Friction on shit.
You're right.
Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I'm your host, Jose Garza, and tonight we are about to talk some football with Trigger J. Parker, Jeff D. Lujan, meteorologist Marco, the professor Alex, and humble hater James. How y'all doing tonight?
What's going on, big ups?
Doing good, man.
Good.
Can't complain.
Oh, I know you can't.
Uh-oh.
There's
Oh,
some.
damn.
There's some.
That's a way to open a pod there.
Who was that, Jackson?
Terrible
Man,
one
he's
and a
going
half.
hard,
bro.
dude.
Terrible 1.5. Oh, that's a baby one too.
Yeah.
That's a
Did
baby
he,
one.
did he rewatch the Bills Chiefs game? Because that's some of the reaction we saw on Sunday.
No
From the
comment.
Bills fans.
All right. Well, guys, y'all know we saw the Chiefs triumphant over the Bills in Buffalo. Once again, Buffalo loses at home in the divisional round, but this time to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Guys, I just want to get into it. I mean, Marco, I'm going to start with you, man. Obviously, the Chiefs fan here. You're the one that's gloating and happy the most out of everybody here.
I
What-
want
how
to hear.
how are you
I want to
feeling?
hear. I want to hear everybody else first. I just want to soak it in. I just want to soak in what y'all think and what y'all thought, and then I'll come in and rebuttal.
Oh,
Okay.
my God. Go ahead, guys. I mean, he wants y'all to say something.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. I like to tell y'all the truth. I do root for Patty. I do like KC. I picked the Bills just because I thought, KC is weak on the receiver side. And I just thought, like, once they ran into a decent team, that, this year they weren't going to be able to come through. But damn, do they own the Bills. The Bills, like you got to question their defense, how they couldn't stop them at all. I think they stopped them 1 or 2 drives, one being that touchback, that knockout by Pryor. And then Diggs, right? Diggs, I had him 1 year in fantasy, and I kind of lost a lot of respect for him. And then that drop pass, like, what are you doing, dog? I mean, I know it was a good pass. It was well defended, but damn, it was in your fucking breadbasket. That was just unbelievable. But Patty, he just turns on that notch for the playoffs. Man, he was playing brilliant. And then that's what I didn't understand about the Bills. All you got to do is stop Kelsey, right? And Kelsey, he hasn't been doing that good because that's what teams do, is just stop Kelsey. And it was crazy how he did get open pretty well. It wasn't like he had to fit in a ball to Kelsey's. He was wide open. But that's just the coaching over there in KC. They knew how to get open for this playoff game. And damn, they did the damn thing. You gotta tilt your hat to Patty over there.
Anyone else?
I mean, it was a good game overall. There was, like Jeff said, there was a little bit of defensive stops that should have been had. I think Diggs is still standing on the field from 4 years ago, so there's that. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I picked the Bills too because I thought they had a chance. Casey just did what they always do. Unfortunately, he missed that kick at the end too. I would have loved to see an overtime game. That's what I was hoping for. But overall, I mean, nothing you can really say about it. Just sucks how it ended.
James,
Yeah, like if it was the time to beat the Chiefs, this was the time for the Bills, or last year, or whatever. And if they ain't gonna beat them on Sunday, then they ain't never gonna fucking beat them.
Jameson, Alejandro.
I'll go. One thing I did take away from it is it's both offenses look really well, like efficient, right? A lot of people were saying Josh Allen didn't really throw the ball for a lot of yards, but if you look back, whenever they fired their OC, they changed their offense, right, where they ran the ball more, and it worked efficiently, and their 12 personnel set worked. It just both defenses started tightening up towards the end, and then like how Jeff said, they had a hard time stopping KC, mostly on third down, and it wasn't really like what KC was doing. It was more like they were getting fooled by their eyes. Bills like they weren't communicating. And that's why Kelsey was wide open, like on that one touchdown in the corner. And yeah, man, like it just seems to be like the same thing for the Bills. Like when it comes to this, like when they start to play KC, they just get fooled. They both teams played great. Like you can't really nod both teams. You know what I mean? Like especially the Bills, even though they lost. And then also happy that no flags were involved towards the end of the game. You know what I mean? There was one that was tic tac that went for KC, but that really didn't tilt the favor to the KC. So overall, it was a great game. Pat did it with his arm. Josh did it with his legs, and yeah, it just went down to special teams. And you can't really nod Josh Allen for the loss. I mean, there's literally that man cannot do, like, he could throw, run. It's just that KC has a better team right now. So it was kind of weird too because I had the Bills going into the as one of the hottest teams. But coaching matters in the playoffs.
James?
Oh, man. Been bamboozled, man. I was riding with Josh Bartholomew and
Josh Patrick.
Josh Bartholomew.
they just didn't get it done, man. I mean, it was an excellent game on both sides.
Great game.
I truly felt like the team with more experience just won. And I mean, I say experience from top to bottom. Like, as much as we thought, like, the Chiefs was, like, dead in the water all season. Everybody kept sleeping on them. Everybody kept saying they wasn't offensively efficient enough. Marco was the only one riding, or nobody else riding with him. Like, and what they did was get the pressure from their defense. Their defense bend, but it didn't break. Yeah, they gave up the big scramble runs and the touchdown runs to Josh Allen, but defensively, they didn't let him get going in the passing game. They kept everything short. They played very, very, like, smart ball. They just got to Josh Allen. That's all they did. They didn't really get a lot of sacks, but they got enough pressure to where he just couldn't sit in that pocket and be who he is when he gets going. Like, once he started scrambling left to right, he started rolling out, and them scramble plays start happening with Shakir and all those other guys. Like, they just didn't get going. And it's sad because it's just like any other star player gets off. Like, I don't know what's going on with Diggs in that organization, but the force feeding or just the inability to get him the ball is kind of like, it's a little suspect. And you kind of want to know, is like, is this his last year? Because, I mean, the whole world knows Chelsea's going to get the ball. Like, we just said, like Jeff just said, like, you just double him. Just put two people on him. Get somebody on the front, and then over the top, just shadow him. He still finds a way to break open. He's not fast. He's not Kyle Pitts. He's not none of these other guys. He just reminds me of Jason Witten. They're effective route runners, and they get open in these zones. They find these holes and these gaps, and he's just like, dude, he's like the greatest tight end, bro. Like, I don't understand it, but, like, Pat did what Pat had to do. They stayed on the ground. They played great defense. He was blocked for. He was very well protected. They did get to him, but they just couldn't get him in the pocket. And he was scrambling. I was just like, I thought that was Josh Allen for the Chiefs. Shit, the way he was running, like, he wasn't trying to go down. He was, like, inviting the contact. So it was just like, it was a great game, man. This is what you want to see, but it was just like the year I thought Buffalo was riding high and they were going to get over the hump. And unfortunately, hey, we got to see Taylor Swift another week. So we'll see what happens versus what's the Black Adam next week.
All right. Marco? Or do you want me to go?
No. You want to go? You can go.
Yeah, I'll just say something simple. It was a lot. It's a fun game, back and forth, good little rivalry. But at the end of the day, you know, it's a mental game too at the end of it. And right now, the Bills, there's no specific individual, right? It's not Josh Allen. It's not just like Sean McDermott or anything like that. Those guys can't get over the hump. It's as simple as that. They see the boogeyman. It could be at home. It could be away. It don't freaking matter. And the sad truth is, man, it's like all the talent in the world, right? They made it all the way back from starting 6-6 to win the division, to get second place in the AFC, to make it to the divisional round, to have home field. And once again, mental edge is still not on their side. All this talking they had during the week, like Dawkins had all this to say, the fans had plenty to say, you know, and what does it prove when you talk and you don't back it up? It's just like, dude, you're 0-3 now. It's not 0 and close. It's 0 and 3. Like dead ass. Like how we can't continue like to speak on it. Like how Marco says, we can't continue to speak on, man, this is a close rivalry. Josh is a better quarterback, or this and that. Like no, until they beat him in the postseason when it counts. Anything that is expected, is said about Josh Allen, the Bills, and all that is bullshit. To be honest, to be fair and respectful, but because there's a mountaintop right now. Patrick's on top of it. The only people to beat him in the postseason is Joe Burrow and Tom Brady, and one of them's retired. So you gotta give respect to the champs, and you can't give as equal respect to the guys that can't beat the boogeyman.
No, for sure. I'm gonna say this once. It'll probably be the last time I say it until next year, probably until the same kind of rhetoric is being said again. The Bills ain't shit, and they're not gonna be shit. All right, I'm tired of their fans. I'm tired of the way they act. Those fans are terrible. I fucking hate them. And the way they acted when after the game and stuff like that was bullshit. But we'll get into that another day. But every single season, the past 3 years, 4 or 5 years, 5 years, probably since Josh Allen came along and started being good, probably after his second season, that he was making, these getting into the playoffs. They're a great team. They're a Super Bowl contender being thrown around a lot when you can't get past the divisional round besides one time the last, whatever years, And there's always been this rhetoric that the Bills are this team and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. And they never meet the bar that people put them at. Never meet the fucking bar. This is why this team didn't scare me all week. I promise. I wasn't worried. During the game, I was a little worried with Josh Allen doing, crazy stuff. It's awesome to watch, right? I ain't a hater, bro. I ain't a hater. Y'all can say whatever. I ain't a hater, bro. I give props to great quarterback play. Those things that Josh Allen is able to do that other quarterbacks, frankly, can't do, like what he does with his legs, how big he is. It's very impressive. But I'm tired of the Bills having these expectations where there's no reason for it besides Josh Allen.
Hey,
right?
Be the Cowboys fan.
And yeah, I mean, they basically are. The AFC. That's what they are. They're the Cowboys of the AFC. And and there's other scrutiny that was going on that all week, all these people, these analysts, putting a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, a 2-time regular season MVP, a 2-time Super Bowl champ behind him in rankings, and all these rankings of QBs in the playoffs. Putting him 4th, 5th, 7th, I saw in all the playoffs, putting Mahomes back there. I ride for my guy.
That dude, I forgot what that dude was. I think he played for the Giants. They did it on TV. They were blasting his ass.
They were that he's not the same. You don't have the weapons. Blah blah blah. He's not playing good enough. Blah blah blah. When if you really start to think about it, yes, it was an off season. It wasn't the best. This reminds me of the hate that Golden State used to have on their dynastic run, the Patriots even, but more so like the Warriors, right? People didn't, especially me, I didn't want to see Steph Curry and Draymond do their thing. I didn't want to see Clay do their thing. I didn't want to see them win, but they were so fucking good that when you would go against them, you're like, what the fuck do I do? This motherfucker's just going to score from half court every single time. How am I going to beat these dudes? Those type of dynastic runs. When you play Tom Brady in the playoffs, it's like, oh, all right, good luck, And I think now Mahomes getting to this point where he's on this run of and Mahomes and the Chiefs organization, Andy Reid and his play calling for the first time this whole season. After that Bengals game, the offense started getting it. And I feel like the game plan coming into this game, especially with Bills dealing with their defensive injuries, I think Andy Reid and Matt Nagy for the first time ever came up with a good game plan. Came together and had a solid game plan how we were going to exploit the defense. And I think that was the difference, right? And Mahomes playing an almost perfect game, right? So I give full credit to Mahomes and the leadership that he has, Kelsey, Andy Reid, and what they're able to do. But at the end of the day, the Bills can't get over the hump, like Jose is saying. He's 0-3 against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. He's not going to get done. And I honestly, we should stop calling him great until he proves to himself and he proves to people that he can win big games, because he hasn't been able to. And that's the facts. You know, like he can't. You know, so I kind of want to hear y'all's take. Like, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that these people, like I saw Ryan Clark go off on Orlovsky on ESPN, and the things he said were completely right.
Yeah, he fried his ass.
We have these people that are putting these, and Josh Allen's an amazing QB, but at the end of the day, it's like Cam Newton was saying, the game changers, the game changers. Who's really gonna come out and play? So that's all I gotta say. I could go on and rant more and about all this, but I'm just happy for the win, and I'm excited us getting to the AFC Championship once again. It's awesome. It's awesome to win. So I'm just gonna keep enjoying it as long as it lasts.
Alex, do you feel? I mean, we've seen an improvement in some ways with Joe Brady becoming the new interim OC, right? And most likely he'll probably be the permanent OC moving forward. But do you feel like in some ways with the play scheme and stuff like that, because we saw a lot of passes more behind the scrimmage this game than we had really seen from the Bills before, do you feel in some ways that Joe Brady is kind of like trying to play it safe with Josh Allen, right? We haven't seen a turnover this postseason from him. So is he trying to make him safer, like a more of a game changer? I mean, game manager than game changer?
No, the thing is, like, whenever Josh Allen does play KC, he doesn't throw the more picks. It's the other quarterback on the other side. What I saw is a OC that actually saw the defense and did film study, because if you look at KC, they play a lot of cover 2 high, or they have cover 3 and they roll to cover 2. So like it's really hard to attack that defense, and they play it to a T. They disguise it really well. So like I guess it's just like the type of team you play, right? Because to me, I didn't see them taking any deep shots. And that one to Stephon Diggs actually.
I have a stat for you, Alex. Josh Allen and the Bills. Josh Allen was just 10 to 21 on passes thrown beyond the line of scrimmage against the Chiefs this weekend.
Yeah, well, anything beyond 10 beyond the line of scrimmage is like 5-6 yards. You know what I mean? I'm talking about deep shots. Jose was asking like if a game manager would just take it. Well,
that's what I said. He beyond the line of scrimmage, no matter what. He was 10 of 21. If you look at the shots he missed, besides the ones that really the only clear one that was dropped was Stephon Diggs. That honestly, that's not even a drop. He just whiffed that shit. I just think that
there was one in the corner of the end zone. There was one that he could have had it in the end zone right before the kick. I think somebody deflected it, right?
Yeah.
The last play where he didn't throw it.
Like while he was throwing it, he didn't get that.
Chris Jones put that guy in his lap. That's why.
This is why people are saying like he should have hit Stephon Diggs, right? Bro, he was open. It's them if you do it. If it's them if you do it, them if you don't, right? Like when people say, well, he should have hit Stephon Diggs on the drag. Bro, but
that's a smart play though. That's the smarter play.
Yeah, but if you hit the dig, and he don't get the first down, like it's crazy. Like you don't know, right? What if you don't score in that same drive, and then the kicker still misses? You know
But Alex, in that situation, right? You could have hit the shuttle cross on Diggs, right? Or you hit the deep shot with Shakir. Here's the thing: what's a higher percentage of succession? Which one's more likely to be successful?
With the game ending,
and with the amount of time you have left. No. Which one's more successful? Not what you rather.
I'll go for a touchdown.
No, not what you rather. Which one's more successful?
Ain't no way, bro.
I'm not
asking you which one you choose. I'm saying which one's more likely to be successful.
But the touchdown is.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be if he's open.
He's open.
Okay. All right.
He's open, but did he not have his center on his lap? Did he not? Did he not have his guy?
Still get it.
Did he not? Okay, but he's the one that throws it short into the dirt. He's the one that throws it short in the dirt.
Here's the thing.
What if?
Yes, there's a center in your lap. How hard do you think it's gonna be to throw it to the left side when you have a clear pass?
That's a 20-yard difference in a pass. That's a 20-yard, 25-yard difference in a pass.
He's right-handed, right? When you see a drag going to the left and the drag is already beyond your right side, you don't think that's a tough throw either? When there's a center in your lap,
That's Josh Allen, bro.
But again, which one's more likely to be successful in that situation? Is it the touchdown that's more yard out or the shell across?
Give a easier field goal for your kicker.
I'm still gonna. Well, I mean,
here's why, Alex. I would have just gone with the cross because here's the thing.
Yeah, but
even if you get the kickoff right and Bass is successful, the win doesn't say "fuck you" or whatever, right?
I don't think it was that much to win, but we'll talk about this right now.
There was no win.
Hold on, it don't matter. He shanked it. Fuck it. I was trying to give him an excuse. He fucking died.
He died.
He died.
Let's hope not. He's been getting death threats.
Here's the thing. Well, how much time was left after he missed? 147, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
No. There's like 147 left when he got it. Here's my thing. Why the fuck would you give any seconds left to Mahomes back? Right? Yeah. You should hit the cross so you'd be more successful. So even if you don't get the first down there, the next play you have a better percentage of getting the first down, and then you keep the drive going because you want to have the ball so you don't get it back to Mahomes because you already saw 13 seconds is enough.
He was trying to be a hero.
Well, I don't give a fuck if Tyreek Hill's not there no more. You have a shot to really go. Ain't that right, Big Jack? He's here.
Alex, that was second down.
Hold on. You're saying there was 1 minute, right? A minute and something.
147.
How many lead changes were in the last playoff game with 1 minute?
3.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
so what makes you? Well, yeah, exactly.
But you're trying to bring the amount of time down.
I understand
we know that this time around the Chiefs don't have the weapons as skillful as they had before when their last matchup in 2021 season, right? 2 years ago. It's not the same skill. So there's not a chance that Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce are both going to be open down the field. It's most likely just going to be Travis Kelce who's going to find a way to be open. So you limit that. You make this a difference. There's changes to this. You want to what they did in the 22 years ago when they battled it out and it was only 13 seconds left. Josh Allen did it perfect, did it right. He got the lead for his team. He did everything he could. But it was the defense. It was the lack of fucking attention awareness to fucking stop them. So and that's how they got the field goal in 13 seconds. So, but in this situation, Alex, there's a better shot if you keep it down to like
second down.
5 seconds left. 5 seconds. Keep the fucking drive going. Don't go for the deep shot and try to win now. Keep it away. You have to. This is what's frustrating because it's literally what Tom Brady said. Stop going for the hard shots that you're most likely going to miss when you have an easier shot right down the middle and keep the drive more alive. That's all it is. Just keep the drive alive.
My thing with that final drive from Bills and Josh Allen was when they started from, I want to say, the 25, I think 23, 25, something like that. They were managing the clock perfectly. It was like run, short pass, run, short pass, and I figured they was playing smart because I was like, okay, they know they can't get this thing in the ball. They know absolutely they can't.
Even though they were having less success with the run in the second half.
That's what I said.
They were having less success.
And then it was like, for some reason, I want to say, I don't know what happened. It was like, I think it was like a miscommunication somewhere offensively because I think Josh Allen was pressured. And it was from there, they went to a 5 wide, and they went to another pass. And I'm like, why are y'all not putting the ball back on the ground? Like, you're giving this man too much time, even if you do kick this field goal. And it was just like, I think it was a lot. That final possession was like, it was horrible, bro. It was horrible. It was horrible. Like, it was horrible play called after they got to like the 50. Like, and it's just when you got a quarterback like that on the other side of the field, you can't give him the ball back. Like, and that's why I don't understand. Like, even with that last play, like Alex said, he goes for the TD. I respect it, and I live with Josh Allen going for that TD. He's a big arm quarterback. He's He's a risky quarterback. He's going to make those decisions. He's going to take that shot. You live with it and you die by it. Like it's at the end of the day, I don't think there's a right or wrong to it. Although, like the common sense in you would say, I'm going to live with this drag. This is my best player. I'm going to give Diggs this ball regardless and let him try to make a play and put us in position to either go for it on fourth, or you just make the kick a little bit closer. And like even I think they had Jeff Feely in the press box, and they said he had missed a couple. So it's just like you gotta like all that stuff plays into you, man. You gotta understand like your kicker, your team, like your quarterback. Hell, if that was Dan Campbell, shit, it was 4 downs. Like it wasn't even a thing about going for a kick. He was gonna let him hang and go for it. So it's just like you just have different quarterbacks. Like I mean, you have different quarterbacks, you have different coaches. It's just I don't fault Tyler Bass, bro. I don't, man.
I also think I get what you're saying, James, but I also think that in these big moments,
yeah,
you know how to make those plays, and you're able to make those plays. And he has showed time and time again that there has been moments where he doesn't make those plays.
Yeah,
you know?
I can think back to the Dolphins game. I want to say it was last year. Like it happened twice. You know what I mean? It's just like, but you live and die by Josh Allen. Like it's the same way you go with Rodgers. It's the same way they would do Peyton Manning, like Phillip Rivers, like these gunslinging quarterbacks. They're gonna try to make these plays, and you just live with that. I will ride on the back of somebody like Josh Allen before Dak Prescott. Simply put, bro. Like just simply put, like I need to know you're gonna have the gusto to do it, and then when you do it, if you don't do it and you hit or miss, it's okay because you know that's the type of guy you got. That's just it.
But does that matter? But does that matter in the end if it doesn't get you to a chip?
Yeah, it does. It does matter. I mean, but at the end of the day, we all know what you're playing for. You know what you're playing for. Like at the end of the day, man, that it's just. You can't just say it's Josh Allen's fault. Although he has the ball in his hands, bro, you got to dial up better plays and be more cognizant of
when he wins,
they had momentum putting the ball in James Cook's hand. Why not keep going?
Because the second half they stopped. They were not successful in the run. The second half they weren't rushing.
They got away from it. That's what I'm saying. They got away from it.
No, I think Spagnuolo made some adjustments after the second half. But first of all, the reason they were having a lot of success in the run, we had someone like Willie Gay go out, which he's interior. He's huge for us. Okay, that's why they're having kind of a good amount of success with the run.
But
second,
you go through both of them. I mean, like, bro, you got Murray, you got Hines, you got Cook, and Josh Allen. That's 4 people. The RPO was working. Like when Josh Allen was keeping it, it was working, and they didn't have to get a first down, bro. They just had to kill clock and keep scooting closer into field goal range to make the kick as easy as possible. It didn't have to be nothing fancy.
And you can make the argument too that, and I was just talking about this with my brother, the Chiefs secondary is arguably probably the second or first best left secondary right now in the playoffs. Honestly, the way they've been playing, bro, they've been clamping people. People don't want to give them the credit because the Chiefs have never been known to have a good defense, a good
secondary in the postseason.
Yes.
No, there's the Baltimore Ravens. They still exist.
I said second. I didn't say first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was.
No. I was at Baltimore A. Baltimore.
Yeah.
I think I think their interior is so good that I think Baltimore secondary is not even as good as their interior.
Jeff, let me ask you. Who do you blame the most in this game?
Yeah, like I said, I was actually gonna vouch for Josh Allen. I don't put any blame on Josh, even though I had him I had him 8 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
In the beginning, and I did agree with you, Jose. They fired Nagy, right? When they went midseason, was that Nagy or whatever?
No, it was
who was it?
It was Kurt something.
Yeah. Well, anyways, they did start making Josh Allen play like less reckless, right? The guy that took over.
The run game became more important. Yep.
Yeah, they went with like that short game because Allen does, turn over the ball when he goes for it or whatever. And they did sharpen up and they made a run, right? And that one throw, right? We haven't talked about it when it was 3rd and 7 on the goal line or 3rd and go.
Oh, that was a beautiful pass.
Yeah, and then they got that 5-yard penalty and it was like 3rd and 12. I was like, wow, that was an impressive throw, impressive catch.
Right on the pylon.
Yeah, and it was on Snead, right?
Yeah, on Snead.
Yeah, that was impressive, and it looked like the Bills were going to do it. And then I think after that drive, that's when they stopped the run. They
So that was the
could
first-
not, huh?
That was the first time Snead got scored on.
That
Yeah.
was to Shakir.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, so after that, I noticed I was like, because they were getting yards with Cook, and then after that, they could not get a yard on the ground game. They stalled out that one drive, and then that last drive, of course, they just had to go throw
Yeah,
it.
we threw an extra man in the box.
Yeah, because every time they would run it, they were going
No, I
nowhere.
think
They were
Spagnola
able
threw
to-
an extra man in the box, and then we were just telling them beat us,
Yeah,
beat
And they
our
could.
secondary,
Yeah,
beat our
but-
secondary.
So
But
Jeff,
Allen, yeah, what's up?
I was gonna say, so I'm in agreement. I don't blame Allen for the loss, right? Like
Mhm.
I think yes, he could have done more. There could have been better play scheme and stuff like that at the end. But what I was kind of looking for, and I don't know if y'all noticed it, and I kind of mentioned it with the being mental game. Like Sean McDermott, man, you
Mhm.
are really killing me.
Oh,
You are killing me, man, because like you had it right all the way through the game, right? You have time of possession, you have 37 minutes, and this is what I'm going back to, Alex, is that this is why it frustrates me that they went for those passes and then they weren't going for the better percentage. Like you had like nearly 7 minutes in that last drive already. Imagine if you kept that drive going, and like you had most of the game, right? Because they did what Belichick had done to the Chiefs in their first year in those battles, right, against the Chiefs. They won the time of possession. You keep Patrick Mahomes, you keep that offense on the sideline. They did that. The Bills had done that successfully.
I think we ran like 30 less plays or something like that.
You did. You ran about 44 plays. The Bills ran 75.
Damn.
So it was insane amount of difference there, and it's like, why are we getting away from that? You stop the run. Okay, can we make easier passes? We've been doing it all day, so why not keep doing it? And that's what's frustrating about going for the shot where it hits the ground before it can even come close to Shakir, and then you have your Diggs there. And I get it. Diggs had been kind of ass all game, right? 3 for 21. What is it? 12 for 105 in all 3 games combined. Like and that's supposed to be your wide receiver one, a top 5, top 10, wide receiver in the league, and he disappears in the biggest games possible for them. And he wants big money, and his brother talks a lot of shit for him online. But like Sean McDermott to like stray away from that at the end when you have a chance to finally win at home over your rivals or the guys that you're chasing to be like equal ground with.
Yeah.
You go back to the same old shit that just brings you back down. So, final word on this because we have a lot more to talk about. We're already half an hour.
Yeah, no, it's simple enough. I think Sean McDermott stuff. Simple enough as that play to go for it on that punt, to go for the fake.
Oh my god!
Like that was. You could see that from yesterday, right? Like you knew that was gonna happen. Especially and then they were trying to make DeMar Hamlin a hero, but I ain't gonna make that a thing. But that's crazy. I think those are very suspect. And like now, like the Bills going into like I know they were vouching for him as a coach and stuff like that, but he does make some suspect decisions. And if you have people out there like Vrabel, like Belichick, and all these other coaches, which I don't think Belichick would go and coach someone in the division, but I'm just saying like
He would.
Vrabel, right? Like, would you think like, damn, maybe we bring this guy in? Like this guy hasn't been able to get it done. Let's bring someone else in. But that's something else. But yeah.
Yeah, but you can see the panic that last drive by the Bills. Straight.
And then, so I just want to say one more thing. Mahomes now is tied for 7th all time with 13 playoff wins. He has as many as Brett Favre, Ben Roethlisberger, and Roger Staubach, and more than Aaron Rodgers. If he wins the Super Bowl, he will be alone in 3rd, only behind Tom Brady and Joe Montana. Tom Brady with 23. I just let y'all know. This motherfucker, respect the greatness. Respect the greatness.
He'll be number 1.
Respect the greatness.
We'll say next topic, please.
Respect the greatness. Respect the greatness, haters.
It's also known that any team that plays the Bills and they beat them the following game, they lose.
Oh, thanks, bro.
That's a weird stat, though, right? That's a weird stat.
We'll see. We'll see. He's a dog.
Yeah,
we'll see.
That's weird, right?
We'll see.
Yo,
that's weird.
But
that's weird. That's all right.
That was a great way to end it. That was hilarious. That was
that's all right.
No, but
it's okay.
No, I'm just saying. No. I'm just saying like that is weird because I think It was
No,
going
he's
back to
right.
like the first people.
He's
or the
right.
first- yeah,
Honestly,
it is. It's weird. It's a weird stat.
The
if you-
Bengals.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
he's right. So if you go back to 2020 playoffs, that's the AFC Championship where Stephon Diggs has a picture and he's the most impressed person
No,
in the
the
world.
Texans. The Texans was the first one. All the way back to the Texans. Whenever they had Deshaun Watson, they beat the
Yeah.
Bills, and then
every
they
year.
go play KC. They play KC,
Oh,
and
wow.
then they lost to KC.
No.
The following year, I think
No, that's
Yes,
no
it
because
was.
because that year
that's year.
that,
That's the
that
same
no
year.
that
I'm
year they
saying.
won the title. No, that year they won the title.
No, look back.
That's
at it.
2019.
No, I'm talking about the Texans. The Texans played the Bills. The
they
Texans
beat 'em?
beat the Bills.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
the
now
wild
we're saying-
card. In the wild card.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
played
Oh
them
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
division.
the team that beats the Bills. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. The team
So
that beats the
that
Bills.
happens 2020. The Chiefs beat them and then lose to Tom Brady. The next year the Chiefs beat them again and then lose to Joe Burrow.
It's a
in the
weird
AFC
stat, bro.
Championship.
It's such a weird
Yes.
stat.
Then last year, the Bengals beat them, but then lose to the Chiefs. Okay, yeah. No,
Well, I'm
you're
not
right.
worried about it. Mahomes is 8-1 as a dog in the playoffs. Only loss was AFC Championship against. Actually, no, it was the Super Bowl against Tom Brady.
Yeah, you're all like 11-2
The one.
outside the Super Bowl games.
Yeah. So yeah, I
All
got
right,
more stats here. I'm gonna give them to y'all.
No, shut up.
Here.
No. All right,
Saying.
Trey, your favorite
Fucking
QB, your favorite QB, Trey, Baker Mayfield, finally eliminated to those brand new dirty ass Lions. What did you think about the Lions' performance, man? Obviously, I think I was the only one here that picked the Bucs, but I mean, even in a tough, gritty battle, like you saw, like them pull it through. Like they really like showed out for that those fandom in Ford Field. So, what do you think about their performance, Trey?
Man, I love Detroit, honestly. They've been playing pretty lights out. Obviously, it's a few hiccups, but I think, honestly, if anybody has a sneaky chance to make it all the way, it's them, to be completely serious. They're playing hot right now.
They got something special.
Jeff, man, I mean, we're looking at something amazing, right? Because I know in most of our lifetime, we haven't seen the Detroit Lions be fucking successful at all. We've even seen them go winless before. So, we thought maybe Matthew Stafford can get them to this point, but it's Jared motherfucking Goff, bro. I know you have a lot of feelings towards your quarterback, right, or your team's quarterback. How do you feel about Jared Goff? Because he could potentially go to 2 Super Bowls with 2 different franchises.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and he's playing a lot better, right? Like he made some crazy passes, like very good passes. And that wasn't the Jared Goff of the Rams, right? The Rams are like a running team. He was very limited back then.
Girly.
But I don't know what the hell Dan Campbell gave that kid because, damn, he is throwing the fucking rock. It's crazy. But, yeah, it's very impressive. I'm happy for Detroit. Baker looked good. But, Detroit, I think they're the more well-rounded team. And San Francisco, to me, doesn't look as strong as they did earlier in the season. So, yeah, that's a coin flip in that game. But, yeah, of course, I think whoever comes out of the AFC is going to take it. But anyways, yeah, like Detroit, it was good to see them do it. Yeah, they got that stat going around, right? They made it to the NFC Championship before the Cowboys did, right? Like in the recent history or whatever. It's just another embarrassing stat for the Cowboys, right? I had to see that on Facebook today, and I was like, damn, they're just clowning, Detroit Lions, they went winless. They've been horrible for years, and yeah, they're in the shit. So
yeah, it's true that since the last Cowboys championship win, Super Bowl 29 years ago, that the Cowboys and Commanders are the only NFC team not to make an NFC championship game in that time span. Everyone else in the NFC has. James, what did you think, man, what was the reason why the Bucs lost, right? Because for the most part, they hung in there until they didn't.
All right. So, fuck y'all very much for bringing up those disgusting stats. It doesn't matter. I'm a Cowboys fan anymore anyway, so.
He's open for business, people.
Nah, I'm not switching sides at all. I'm just a fan of the NFL at this point. But no, honestly, I really think the Bucs played a great game, man. Like, both quarterbacks look good, man. Baker looked hella good until the end, and I don't fault him for that. You just take a shot. You try to make a play in the same regards as Josh Allen, but like the Lions and Golf, just like I'm pretty sure those guys will probably run head on with a Mack truck for Dan Campbell. Like defensively.
Yeah, I would too.
From front to back, you look at
Yeah,
McNeil,
Detroit
those
fan,
boys
or-
on the line, like they were just getting pressure, man. Aiden Hutchinson is a dog. Like, I don't think he gets enough praise for what he does as far as pressure and being that young. That linebacker core, like I said, those guys are elite. You know what I mean? And I don't know where Sutton comes from because he didn't perform like that with Pittsburgh at all. Like, and defensively between him and Charlie Garner-Johnson, like those guys are just like they're playing lights out. So it was a hell of a game, man. I just think like honestly, when the Bucs needed to get off the field to get the ball back, they couldn't do it. Like the first half was great. It just they kind of had hiccups within the second half where like the pressure was just getting to Baker and he really didn't have time to like get to some of those reads that he had players open. Like Mike Evans was getting open a couple of times, I think in the third quarter on like a post and then you had the key drops, man. Like it's just one play here and there that were kind of missed that kind of caused that game to go wayward. But like you just gotta say hats off to the Lions, man. Like they're balling on both sides of the ball and making the plays in special teams as well. So it's just you gotta take a hats off to them.
Alex, what did you think about the game, man? Obviously, one is your division rival, and the other is Baker Mayfield. What do you think?
It was like I said it at the beginning of the year. I thought Detroit was going to be really good. What I'm can't get my head around is how the fuck did they keep disguising Kendall Vidor like in that
I saw
defense because
something
he
on
is
that.
trash.
Yeah.
Because like, bro, we had Kendall Vidor in on the Bears last year, and he was getting smoked like time and time again after like every single play, and it's happening again in Detroit. Just that it just. It's just that like they're just doing a good job with disguising it and like hiding the weakness. One thing I took away is that they blitzed a lot more against the Bucs. I mean, yes, we saw Mike Evans get open a lot, and Baker sometimes was making these hard throws right with pressure in his face, and yeah, it just looks like Detroit did some homework and Baker looked uncomfortable at times, but.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a great game, you know. Hats off to the Bucs because nobody would expect them to even go this far. So with a team that we thought that Tom Brady couldn't win with this team, and they're probably all can't do it no more. I for one didn't think Mike Evans was gonna have a season like this, and for Baker to freaking ball out this year, he should be in your top 10 list for the quarterbacks, Marco. Honestly, he was one of the top 10. He was
I'm
a top 10
not
quarterback.
disputing what you're saying. I'm looking at
I
my
mean, he's probably like what is it called?
honorable
Like
mention.
honorable mention, but top 10.
Well, we'll get
Outside
that to
looking in.
Well,
That's a stretch.
there's
We'll get that in a
room.
bit. We'll get that in a bit.
There's room though because a lot
I know
of
what you mean, I know
quarterbacks
what
went
you mean.
out this year. So yeah, but yeah, no, it was a good game, man. I even though they're my rival, I like Detroit, man. I love Jared Goff whenever he was at the Rams. I did say at the beginning of the year though, if it was one quarterback I had to choose, I wouldn't pick Jared Goff in playoffs because I don't know if I can really trust him ever since he left the Rams. So I guess I got to eat my words, right? He's already proven twice this postseason that he could do it. So, man, hats off to them.
Yeah, Marco.
Dan Campbell.
Marco, we know how much you love the Detroit Lions, right? Your co-worker always talks about them. Well, you saw them week 1, and they got that bragging rights for the next 4 years. But overall, man, like honestly, like after seeing them like perform how they've done all year long and postseason, like what real shot do you have them going past the San Francisco 49ers this weekend?
I think they have a legitimate shot, especially I think they announced that Debo's going to play, right? I think he might play. But I think he's going to be limited with the shoulder injury. I think that changes things a little bit. I think that gives Detroit a better shot at winning. But I mean, they're running on all cylinders. I mean, it feels like something special. I know I was saying I don't like them and stuff. I made some amends with my coworker watching them play. I was like, you know what? They're kind of it's pretty cool. You know, they're fans and he's a little rowdy, but I kind of was just starting to side with them and just kind of seeing what like you could just tell that they were playing for each other, you know, and that's pretty cool to see when you see like a culture and a team like that and the way they're playing. It's like no person on that team is bigger than anybody. It's like everyone's just going playing 100% and getting after it. So I mean, it wasn't awesome. I mean, all these games this weekend were awesome, but I think I give them a legitimate shot of beating the Niners. I think that's going to be a closer game than maybe what some people think. But this is going to be the first time playing away from home in the playoffs. So, that's something that's going to, not to say that Santa Clara is something crazy to play, somewhere crazy to play or anything like that, but it's far away from Detroit. So, I mean, it should be a good ball game. And I do give them a legitimate shot. Dan Campbell, the boys. Like y'all said, they have some pretty good players. Aiden Hutchinson, Jared Goff's been slinging it. That touchdown to Amon St. Brown in the corner of the end zone was absolutely perfect, just perfect dot. You don't see passes like that all the time. Like that was an amazing ball. So yeah, give them a legitimate shot. Should be a good game.
Nice. Trey, Niners survive Packers 24-21, almost losing to the 7th seed, just like the Cowboys did the week before. Honestly, for 58 minutes or 55 minutes, however you want to say, I really thought the Packers were going to come out on top. What do you think about the Niners' chances the rest of the postseason, Trey?
I mean, it is kind of sketchy, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to, hate on Green Bay. They've been balling out the past couple weeks. But it is kind of sketch to see their offense. Their defense give up so much to the offense, just because they were top dog defense, but now they're giving up all this. And again, Green Bay was making moves, but you shouldn't allow them to do that. I think that's the biggest thing for me is gonna be their defense playing the Lions. So it's gonna be interesting.
Jeff, in a tight matchup like this, NFC Championship game, the Niners have been there like what 4 out of the last 6 times already. Like they keep continuously making it back to the championship game, but only one time have they ever actually been able to overcome it, right, and go to the big game itself. Do you trust Brock Purdy, Jeff, to really lead this team to a Super Bowl and to even win it?
Yeah, I did before that game this past weekend. He looked terrible for most of that game. Like his passes looked horrible. Like he got that one to Kittle, and then he pulled that last drive, and it was impressive because of how bad he was fucking playing. Right? It did hurt with Debo getting hurt. Before that, and that's what they're saying about Brock, that he needs everything going for him. He needs everybody healthy for it to be going good. Yeah, when Debo they look good at the beginning of the game, Debo went down and they looked shaky again. And he couldn't get nothing going. He's lucky that his team around him got him to that point at the end of the game where just like y'all, I thought Green Bay was gonna win that game. I thought Detroit was gonna be able to host the NFC Championship game. I was like, holy shit, he's gonna play Green Bay. And another thing you got to take into account was the coaches, right? They know each other, right? LaFleur and Shanahan, right? Yeah, they coached together at 3 teams or some shit. And so that's why it was a real chess battle, right? Like, and Green Bay really did have a chance. But just like Josh Allen, LaFleur's 0-3 against San Francisco because Green Bay has played San Francisco in the playoffs every damn fucking year, right? And, another thing is, like, with Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers must be tripping, right? He must be taking too much drugs because, Rodgers could have been right there, right? And maybe if you do have Rodgers, maybe you do beat San Francisco and you're on another run to the Super Bowl. And it just doesn't make any sense to me, like why they let him go and why he wanted to go. It just crazy. He didn't have a lot of faith in LaFleur. Now he's 3-year coach, 4-year coach there, and it's just weird. They just weren't on the same page. And LaFleur, he's that more new school type of shit. And I guess Aaron Rodgers wasn't hearing it, But I did wish Aaron Rodgers was in that game. I think they would have taken it.
James, Jordan Love has emerged as a guy that has a lot of potential, right? There's people that are overreacting and saying he's elite. He's a franchise QB. He was really good for most of the game until he just wasn't, until he turned back into a pumpkin at the last 2 drives. What is your overall feelings about Jordan Love and his future with the Packers?
I'm pretty sure I kind of already read they're going to pay him. He showed what he could be, and he showed the flashes that's going to make someone open up the pocketbook, whether it's the Packers or via anyone else. But we can say, I know me and Alex was on record last week saying like he didn't really have to do anything, but this past week he had to. That San Francisco defense was flying around. Now, whether it was the weather, the field, the grip, whatever, hell, they wouldn't get enough hands on them. They wouldn't get enough bodies on them. I mean, Bosa got to him a little bit, but they still kept it simple and made the plays. They kept the ball on the ground. They used the play action well. Fuck, somebody needs to guard Romeo Dobbs. Like, he's gone crazy 2 weeks in a row.
I've been telling everybody.
Like, man, the kid balled out, man. I'm not sure what was going on with Christian Watson, but that team looks primed to be decent for years to come with Dobbs and Watson and Hicks and whoever that other guy. I mean, Wicks and whoever the other guy was. I can't think of the other guy.
Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed.
Yeah, they got decent speed at receiver. Well, not decent, but very great speed at receiver. They
Aaron
got
Jones.
tight end. You got 2 running backs. The line is a little old, but shit, long as
They're
together
good
with that defensive core that they have. God willing, they don't lose Jair because I just seen him post something today. But they're young, man. They're young and elite, and when you got a coach that can get the room and command the locker room and get guys to listen, and they win and they see what he says is working, they're gonna play for him. So I think Jordan Love is in good hands, man. I think all that time behind Aaron Rodgers actually paid off. Like it paid off for Rodgers sitting behind Favre. Like I think that's the way it works. I think that's how it should work in the NFL, but not everybody is privy to that type of wisdom and knowledge and stuff like that. You know, some guys get just tossed out there and they suck, and then we call them bums and busts and stuff like that. But that guy set for a long time. He trusted his guns, and he just stayed ready, and it showed.
Alex, I was gonna ask you a Jordan Love question, but that's just ridiculous at this point. I already know how you feel about him. But
no, this is like Jordan Love's a good player, right? But here's why Aaron Rodgers left the Packers.
You're gonna be my list.
No, Aaron Rodgers left the Packers because he didn't like the scheme, right? You saw Aaron Rodgers, he audibled a lot out of what LaFleur did. Mm-hmm. That's why the offense didn't look efficient. And Jordan Love doesn't. Or Jordan Love is I mean, people are gonna hate it, but he's a game manager. He really is. Yes, you heard kills in the San Francisco game, did you? And towards the end of the game, yeah, and he didn't look good towards the end. He started folding, right? And that's why I said, like, people say Brock Purdy is a game manager. That's fine, but so is Jordan Love, and people don't see it. They're saying like he's elite. Like, bro, let's pump the brakes. Honestly, look at his stats when Aaron Jones came back and the running game started coming back. He played to a T with the play action passes and everything. There's nothing wrong with that. There isn't. I never knock people for being game managers. You know, as long as the team wins, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, but at this point right now,
is he a top quarterback in the league? I don't think so. I really don't.
At this point right now, you got to give him respect for what he's done. You take a team that's underperforming, you start hot, you get a little 3-1 going, and then you hit a slump where y'all start losing. They battle back, they fight their way into the playoffs. He knocks off a top 3 team, not only a top 3 team, but a divisional foe that was already hot. I mean, you dismantle them at home. You go into the next game versus the number 1 seed in the league, well, number 2, arguably, and arguably one of the best defenses, and you hang 21, and you make it a game. You don't get blown out. Like, they were supposed to get dismantled. Like, it was supposed to be belt to ass, not even close, and they hang in that game. Yeah, he's not the greatest quarterback now, but he's already showing you with a few more years under his belt what he can do. And that is lead a team. He's coachable. And who's to say when he's going, like, they're going to take the reins off of him and just let him go all out. Yeah. Not every quarterback can just go out there and make all they, like, hell, I think Pat Mahomes wasn't able to read coverages till after their second Super Bowl. And he said that on a shot with LeBron.
After the second year.
Yeah, second year. Like, he wasn't able to read coverages. He was just out there willing and dealing. Like, it takes time. That quarterback position ain't easy. So I give him his credit. Like, he's not the greatest, but I mean, like, I want to see what he does okay, you got hot this year. You showed us you could play. All right, next year you gotta keep going. It's like progress. You want to see them like progress. Like that's why people are mad at Josh Allen. It's the same thing. You get there, you get there, you get there. Okay, win the game. Like same thing for Dak. Okay, you go 12-5. How many times you gonna go 12-5 before you can like show that you can win a big game? Same thing for fucking Tua. You got all this talent. Like win a big game. Like that's what you want to see out of these guys. So like. That stigmatism for Lamar is going to have to end either Sunday or they're going to talk about the same thing with Lamar. Like, yeah, he shows flashes. He can be MVP player. You can lead a team. You can do all this stuff. But the big game is here. You have to win the big game. That's all that you want to see out of the quarterback position. It don't matter for nobody else. It don't matter for running backs, receivers, O-linemen. It's only the quarterback. Can you win that big game? Yes or no?
Marco, this divisional round, we saw 3 surprising teams make it all the way here. Which of them stood out the most to you? The Texans, the Bucs, or the Packers?
I think the Packers because they started 2-6. I think that's the culmination of their team this season. Yeah, they started 2-6 or something like that. Yeah, they did. 2-5 maybe, something like that.
Give me a second. Go ahead.
You can confirm. They started with a losing record, regardless. They started with a losing record. I don't exactly know what. And they turned the ball around. Regardless of scheme, you need players that are able to execute. You need a QB that's able to execute. Regardless of the scheme, regardless if you have a running game, you need a QB that can put the ball in the hands of receivers to make. 2-5, 2-5, something like that. So they came back, and I think they ended 9-8, right? So they turned the wheels around. They go beat the Cowboys in an upsetting win in glorious fashion, in dominant fashion. I think that was the most surprising team to me. And Jordan Love, we talked about it a little bit, and I've said it since the beginning. And you look at his fundamentals, the way he plays smart. He's quick with his decision making. I mean, I'm sure that his release time in the pocket is probably one of the if I had to guess, some of the fastest in the league out of QBs. And you could say because of the way the scheme is set up, the play action, whatever the case may be. Aaron Jones coming back obviously does a big help, but I think Jordan Love is going to be a guy for sure. I've been saying it. So it's going to be exciting to see his development and see what he becomes under Matt LaFleur. And we talked about Aaron Rodgers. I think Matt LaFleur is just able to, like you said, execute his game plan that he wants to have and have free control of it. So I think you couldn't do that with Aaron Rodgers because he's kind of a dickhead.
It's exactly what my point was with Aaron Rodgers. He was, he's a knucklehead. He ain't gonna. Sometimes he thinks he's better than some of the coaching staff, and that's why. That's why they went with Jordan Love.
Sometimes it's all the time.
So not the coaching staff, the entire world.
He did McCarthy.
Is that the same thing? But as far as we're saying Aaron Rodgers is great, but nobody knocks that off of him. He's not really. He usually runs coaches out of town, but. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
He ran one coach. He ran one coach. You can't say coach. He ran one coach.
He could. He if he would have stayed, he probably would have. They would have ran out LaFleur too.
You won a chip though.
Well, he didn't get to decide to stay or leave. By the way, he got kicked out. Green Bay.
And you know what, Marco, you bring that up. They run a chip. Yeah, but he won the chip doing what Mike McCarthy did, and that was West Coast with Donald Driver, Greg Jennings.
He came from that offense though. He came from that. He came from that offense.
And the West Coast. And he looked good, he looked good under a coaching system, and then he started doing his own thing.
Which I'm sure the Jets are going to run something very similar to what they ran during those years.
Yep. The Jets are on their knees as we speak. Trey, we saw the Ravens smash, the Texans 34-10. It was a defensive dominant side from the Ravens, but also second half, man, you just saw Lamar, your 15th ranked guy, just go out there and ball. How do you feel about the Ravens dominance, brother? I love to hear your voice when you're muted.
I was kind of sorry, the kids running around crazy. That's why. I was kind of sad to see the Texans lose. Honestly, it was because they had a good run. I was really impressed with them. But man, Baltimore's too dominant right now, bro. I think somebody said it earlier. It doesn't matter who comes out of the NFC; it's the AFC that's going to win it. regardless. So, man, I'm real curious to see what Baltimore's going to do this coming week for real, offensively and defensively.
Jeff, you're in Houston, man, most of the time. You're hearing all the buzz from CJ Stroud and everything. What's the word after this week, man? What have you been hearing about the fandom feeling about him?
Oh man, they're excited. They love CJ. They of course said, of course, Baltimore was going to beat us, right? My bad. And they I guess they assumed like the run was going to end, right? They weren't that stacked on receivers. The running game kind of stalled out, right? They couldn't get no running game against Baltimore, but they see the potential and they see, we got to get some better running backs, some better O-line, and the defense is there though, right? You got the defensive coach, the defense, so everybody's real excited.
And you got a good core too.
Even with them only scoring 3 points on offense, right? Because they tied it up with that punt return.
Yep.
So, CJ Stroud didn't really do anything that game, but they tilt their hats off to Baltimore. Of course, they're the best team. They killed San Francisco, right? And, they're super excited about CJ.
James, me and you were the ones that had a preseason pick of Lamar being MVP, and there was a lot of talks going into this year about, was he worth the money that he was asking for, which he got? Was he good enough to be a top 5 or even an MVP again? He's going to get it. Could he overcome that playoff, losing streak, right? That he was not good in the playoffs and all that talk. He proved them wrong. What are your feelings about Lamar today, months after all those talks?
I mean, he proved what he was. And what I like to see out of certain players, man, and I know I'm not trying to go off topic, but just to name a few players, I trust guys like Jalen Hurts in that Philadelphia offense. I know Jalen Hurts will go and get better in the offseason, and I think that's what Lamar did. He knew he had to get better. So it was talks of him working with Tom Brady. It was talks of him sitting down with guys like Ray Lewis and Ed Reed to learn how to read coverages and stuff like that. And so when you have somebody that values himself enough to know what they're worth, you see those guys put in the work, and then you see it off the field, and then you see it on the field on Sundays. So I know you had all those media outlets of people saying Lamar is not my type of quarterback and he's not quarterbacky, whatever the fuck that's.
He's a running back.
He's a running back and stuff like that. I just hate that black stigma with that black stigma with black quarterbacks. That's why I'm proud to see guys like Jalen Hurts and CJ Stroud that really just sit in the pocket, that they're not always trying to use their legs. They're showing you they can make reads, they can throw the ball down the field. But you just have those talented guys like Lamar and Justin Fields that are just like Kyler Murray that can just be elusive. And it's not their fault that they're fast and they have 20 people on the field. So just for Lamar Jackson, man, I just want him to win it all, just to put everybody just to rest, to bed. He's worth every penny that he's got, and to be riding a defense that is hot as that and that can get you the ball back, man, that's gonna be exciting. So to look forward to this coming weekend, man, it's gonna be a shootout, man. You're gonna get the best of Mahomes because Mahomes knows what's going on the opposite end of the field. When the ball's not in their hands, and then you're going to see Lamar do the same thing because he knows who's on the other side. So this is kind of one of those matchups where you look and you're like, man, these guys are going to go blow for blow, offensively and defensively. It's going to be a hell of a game. But I think he's proved his doubters wrong. He wasn't a 5,000-yard passer, but he was efficient. He wasn't turning the ball over. He wasn't fumbling the ball. He held his guys accountable. I don't know if y'all paid attention to it Sunday, but he was fucking yelling, and he was cussing people out. He was like, hey, man, you're supposed to be over here. He's telling Isaiah Likely, you're not supposed to go over there. You're supposed to, and that's what you want to see, man. It's not a disrespect, but it's you just hold your guys accountable as they hold you because they know they win by you and they die by you. So I love it, man.
Yeah, man. I love the sequence, right, where he's trying to throw that dart right into, let's say, likely in the end zone. Obviously, it almost gets picked off, and you communicate later to get the right play, right? Just throw it up, lob it up to him, acting
That
like
boy
he's
said,
Wemby
give
or
it to me on
something.
time.
But
Oh, that back shoulder throw? Is that the one you're talking about in the end zone? The back
Yeah.
shoulder throw in the end zone? Yeah.
Yes, sir. But what I liked after he missed it, almost had the pick, was like he just said I don't know if y'all have all seen the Marvel movies, the Avengers and shit like that. And I said it through a text thread, or I said on Twitter, he like Thanos gets the glove after the first Avengers movie, says, "Fine, I'll do it myself." That's what the fucking Lamar did, because after he missed it, he just ran the ball in right behind Edwards, who got the block on the linebacker, and he just put it in there. And that's just that that beautiful growth you've seen in maturity from Lamar Jackson. Alex, I know how much you
Can I
value
say
coaching.
something real
Go
quick?
for it.
Just real quick. But out of all the teams that are left, I'm going to say this. Out of all the teams that are left, and I hate this because fuck Cowboys. Oh, they piss me off. But out of all these 4 teams that are left, bro, these coaches are able to coach. And the fucking response that they have between a coach and a quarterback is amazing. Dan Campbell and Jared Goff, like Dan Campbell, basically put Jared Goff on the bed, resurrected him, and this guy's playing out of his mind. Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes are like whatever peanut butter and jelly you want to put together. Some people like the thick, some people like the thin, some people like strawberry, some people like grape. Like, dog, they're perfectly meshed well, bro, is what I'm saying. And then, the way Shanahan and Purdy, the way he has him playing, you see what I'm saying? And Lamar and are just perfect. They trust one another. You know what I mean? There's no questioning the guy that you have on the field. It's hey, I'm calling this play, but if you see what you see, do what you do. And they allow them to play, bro, and you see it transpire on and off the field. There's no second guessing each other. That's all I like. It's perfect, bro. It's just
that's kind of what I was going to go into asking Alex right now. Alex, I know how much you love coaching, but what have you seen to be the major differences from a Greg Roman to a Todd Monken offensive coordinating coaching staff?
I think, look, it's crazy, right? Because people say that that you can't win the league going 100 yards running and 100 yards passing. And there's a quarterback in League 2 that does it, and they say they can't do it, right? You can't win it like that. And there's clearly a quarterback in the AFC that's winning it and winning games like this and is MVP candidate. Which is crazy, man. People it upsets me because the people say you can't win like that because it's a running back. But yeah, going back to coaching, they look like they still kept the same thing as Greg Roman whenever Greg Roman was there, using Lamar's feet. Just this time, Trey hit the head and hit the nail on the head with the Zay Flowers pick. That's starting to look really good and starting to click for Lamar. To me, I was gonna rub it in Trey's face, right? Because he loved Flowers, and to me, I thought he reminded me of Hollywood Brown, right? Had burners and everything, but Flowers is proven to elevate his.
Wipe that off for you, Trey. Wipe that off for you.
I was gonna say the same shit.
Yeah,
he's what Hollywood Brown wishes he could
bro.
be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and dude,
good,
and I remember because Trey was on the draft talking about how Zay Flowers is gonna be the guy for Lamar, and dude, he, like I said, man, he called it from day one, and it's helped out the Ravens tremendously. I don't know if you would say coaching, because to me it's basically the same scheme that Greg Roman did, just now that you have actually receivers that are communicating with Lamar, and like how you guys said, he's getting after it with his players, and they respond. They're starting to respond to him, and I think that it's more too that they starting to respect quarterbacks like that more in the league, like people that are able to do it with their feet, and people that are criticizing quarterbacks that like that. So Lamar's proving it.
I was gonna say with Todd Monken, I feel like what he's done, right? Because he's had Duvernay, he's had Rashad Bateman and Mark Andrews. he's had those guys for like the last couple of years, right? But like what I feel like I've seen him grow more with Todd Monken, because I don't want to take away what and say like they're almost similar and stuff like that, right? Because yes, Lamar is using his legs and stuff like that, but I think what Todd Monken and the play calling has advanced is that you see more separation with these receivers from their the defense, right? Bateman and Duvernay couldn't do that on their own, right? And I'm not saying like Odell and Zay are not giving them more shots to get more separation, right? Because they are. Zay is probably the fastest receiver they have on the field, and Odell just has that stigma, right, of just being Odell Beckham Jr. But you're seeing the play calling, the more separation, more, like this year, for example, it's the highest Lamar's ever thrown, like most passing yards, 3,600 yards, even including over his MVP year, which he had, I think, about 3,100. So this is 500 yards more, beforehand, even if you count the years he was hurt. And I don't know if I'm the only one that can hear myself talking.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, I hear a little echo.
Okay. That, it's just he was kind of declining. He was regressing kind of to like where I feel like where Trey was feeling like, hey, he's regressed to being the 21 best player of the quarterbacks. I didn't feel like he went that low, but I could see why he felt that he had regressed, right, compared to his MVP year. Not all the way down there, Vato.
He was
but to go back to that, I mean, it's hard to repeat MVP status though. Like, you know what I mean? It was hard because he won it at a young age. It
is hard, right? Because you're right. It was he did it in his first year starting, right? Because I don't count that rookie year because he took the starter role mid-season, but then after that, right? Like he went all the way. They were first place. They lose in their first matchup against the Titans. And then the next year they beat the Titans again, but then lose to the Bills. They choked to the Bills. Really, it was a beatdown. And then after that, you don't see Lamar himself in the playoffs for 2 years because of injury. But now you're seeing the growth and changes and everything like that we love to see.
One more thing before I turn it over to Marco. Could you win in the league how Lamar's doing? 150 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. Could you win in the league like that?
If you have the right coaching staff behind it, yes, sir.
I would say
that's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know.
He just wants to that Justin Fields like.
I know he's just trying to be. They're gonna trade him anyway.
Because look, there's people saying that he can't play
cock right now. This is him with Justin Fields cock right now, like just stroking it.
Bro, you're worse than me and Patrick.
But it's
no, fuck no.
If any of y'all, fuck all of y'all. If anybody of y'all had Patrick on y'all's team, y'all be sucking dick. Fuck all of y'all. No, fuck all of y'all.
What are you doing, Patrick Mahomes again? What are you doing, Patrick Mahomes again?
If he was in Dallas, you wouldn't hear the end of it. But anyway,
I know you wouldn't hear the end of it.
I'm down. Got 2000.
Hey, no, but look. With that defense, you don't have to do all of that. With that defense, Lamar doesn't have to be a 300-yard pass.
Exactly.
Like that.
Exactly. That's what I mean. You don't just surround. They surrounded Lamar with a great defense. That's not to take away anything from Lamar, but that defense is stout, man. And you could win games with like how Lamar's doing. Like you can. You don't have to throw 300 yards when your fucking defense is causing 2 touchdowns. They could. That defense has scored 2 touchdowns a game.
And the thing about it is, too, is like it's not Lamar I mean, yes, he uses his legs to get the big runs, but like think about the way they're shuffling their running backs, bro. Like you get Gus Edwards, then you get Hill, then now you add Dalvin Cook to the mix. Like, bro, you got 4 people that can touch the ball and run at any given time. And then you got somebody like that has emerged out of nowhere, like Isaiah Likely, bro. Like I read on Twitter, somebody was like, Isaiah Likely is who we thought Kyle Pitts would be. Like, bro, it is so sad, but it's
coaching again.
But that's coaching. And I mean, it's just like the kid. I mean, they surrounded the kid with so much talent and so much to use that like now you physically can't just put 8 people in a box to like try to stop him. And then you're giving guys like Zay Flowers one-on-ones is shifty.
Well, think about it like that's what I was just about to say. Think about it like this. They lost Mark Andrews, right? Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We understand that. Likely literally took his spot without the skip of a fucking beat, bro.
Bro, skip.
That right there is the system. It's the system. It's coaching, it's players, it's everything.
I'm telling you, man. And that's a great organization, bro. Like, that's a great organization, man. Like,
that's what I was just about to say. And then, of course, you have to guard Lamar, you have to fucking spy him.
Yeah.
And then you have to go Flowers one-on-one. I mean, it's good game plan.
I love that second half adjustment, right? Because you saw how they were blitzing, how they were sending like everybody in, and they made
Harris was going crazy.
he was loving the sacks and all that pressure he was giving Lamar.
Oh
Like,
my god, I was pissed, bro. I was getting mad. I was like, "Dude,
Didn't they have like
please get a
5 in the
spot."
first half or something like that? Like almost the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right off the bat. I remember that.
Like once the second half started and Lamar made him pay for it. Oh, you want to do this? Okay. Well, I'm gonna get this ball out in 1.5 seconds to my best receivers, and I'm gonna make you back off. And so that's what I loved about it. Marco, I know how much you love Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs right now. Like 6 years in a row, 6 straight AFC Championship games. Where does Lamar and the Ravens rank as far as a team you might fear right now? Like for example, like if Bills, Ravens, et cetera. Bengals,
Yeah,
et cetera.
like whoever's left right now, or just
no, just in general. In general,
I think the Bengals has always been a tough task. That's always like been our biggest rival, like I guess biggest competition. But this Ravens team, they're legit, bro. Like y'all pointed out, not to stretch out the conversation on this topic, but that defensive side of the ball, especially the interior, is absolutely nuts. I mean, they attack the ball like crazy, and I just think that Lamar is so dynamic, and you can't play man against that guy. Like just because he can either run it or he could throw it, either do something to you, right? So you got to be on the edge, right? That's why it's important. Like going into this weekend, I think Spags is gonna have a good game plan to try to limit him, because you don't stop a guy like that.
Yeah.
He stops himself. That's the only way, right? Like these great quarterbacks like Patrick, Lamar, Burrow, they stop themselves. Right? He's going to be a 2-time MVP for a reason. So all the respect to that guy. That guy is just one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch in general. And he's just so dynamic, and it's so scary. But like anything, it's going to be a good matchup. But I do think that I think behind the Bengals, the Ravens, now this team, I think they might be their biggest test. And just because of squads and things like that, I think it's going to be a good game. But and against Lamar, Patrick against Lamar, I think overall, I think it's a 3-1 record against him for the Chiefs, for the Mahomes era. 3-1. We lost that one game the last time we played them when I don't know if y'all remember when Clyde fumbled the ball on Sunday night. He fumbled the ball. I think they won by like a point. I was so mad. But it's gonna be fireworks, dude. It's gonna be a great game, and I think it's gonna be a great test.
Sorry, that was my kid. No, man, for sure. I completely agree with you. It's going to be a tough task for everybody this weekend. It's going to be a matchup. Before we go into predictions and all that other stuff, Marco, I want you to get into your – well, hold on real quick. I'm going to mute everyone else real quick. I don't know what's going on with the freaking sound. So I can get the sound right. Hold on. Hello. Oh, it's James. Okay. I'll tell you in a bit. It was you. It was you that was making that sound weird effect. We'll check it a bit.
Always you, bro.
This should be fun, Marco.
All right.
Get ready to get bastard and TikTok.
I don't give a fuck. You know what? I think QBs are so subjective. It's kind of hard, but
it is.
Let's get the intro in. Marco, give me your top 10 regular season QB list. And guys, remember, regular season does not include the playoffs. At least I hope that's how he made it, because that's what I told him to do. So we want to stay strictly regular season. Obviously, playoffs is very objective because eliminations, bad games, and shit like that will kick you off his list probably. So,
yes.
Marco, go ahead. 1 through 10, 10 through 1, however you want to go.
And just before I rank this list off, strength of schedule, pure quarterback, just pure QB play. All right, there's a lot of stuff that I factored into this. So, and no, I was not biased. So go ahead. You can do the intro again, Jose, and we can get out there.
No, I already did the intro.
Okay, we're good to go?
So you're
okay.
Good to go.
So number 1 is Lamar Jackson. Number 2, Dak Prescott. Number 3, Josh Allen. Number 4, Patrick Mahomes. Number 5, Jared Goff. Number 6, Matt Stafford. Number 7, Brock Purdy. Number 8, Tua. Number 9, CJ. And number 10, Jordan Love. So
James was
that is
talking
my
this whole
list. Huh?
James was talking this whole time. Go ahead, James.
So
No, I just said that list is gonna like social media is gonna eat that shit up. Like,
How do you feel?
I like it. It's respectable. I mean, damn, you got Dak high as fuck, but
he was in the MVP talk towards the end of the season.
yeah,
until he
sure, it's
fucked up.
true. It's true.
Regular
It's
season,
true.
remember? Regular season.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
yeah,
you said strength of schedule. You said strength of schedule too. So I mean, that's cool. But I mean, like, I like it. I don't
wouldn't have had this.
I don't think nobody's missing off that list.
Yeah,
think
I'll repeat it real quick if y'all want me to repeat it. So
Go for it.
Lamar, Dak, Josh, Patrick, Jared Goff, Matt Stafford, Brock Purdy, Tua, CJ, and Jordan Love.
I think I'd have had Russ in that top 10. But
Fuck no. Hell no.
Hell no, boy. He's number 28, dude.
before the injury.
Oh boy,
No
booty
Jalen
cheeks.
Hurts. No Jalen Hurts.
Booty cheeks.
No, overall, list them. I thought it was pretty
No
good.
Jalen Hurts.
Nah, no Jalen Hurts. No.
What
That was
what
the
makes
only
him?
questionable one.
He was injured, bro. I mean, look,
But I get that.
I think if he would have been healthy all season, I think it would have been a different, maybe a few games difference. And
I think what people are gonna say is that Jalen Hurts doesn't deserve to because the season he had last year was great, right? And then this season he scaled back a little bit, but he still had a good season. He still had a good season
He
compared
had
to
a different
quarterbacks.
OC.
he had a good season
Yeah.
handing the ball off.
To use, bro. Like, I never paid attention
Marco,
to stuff like
your
that.
guy gave him up the ball more than him. We don't do that. We don't do that. He gave up the ball more than him too. So
What are you talking about
We
interceptions?
can compare
Yeah.
numbers.
I think he had
Yeah,
14.
Patrick-
Mahomes had 14.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes had
Wait,
more.
I said hand the ball. Hand the ball to his like running backs, like DeAndre Swift and stuff.
He should have done that more. He should have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
They
no,
took off
no,
the
and no Baker.
No,
And,
fuck
I know
no.
you
Fuck
said-
that.
Whoa,
No,
whoa,
he's not.
whoa.
He's not top 10.
What-
He's not top
why?
10.
What?
Baker was
He's not top 10.
Why-
He's not
why-
top 10.
What
He's
why
better
makes
than
him
Jordan
not
Love?
top 10?
I don't think so. Is he better than CJ? I don't think so. Tua? He's not better than Brock. He's not better than Matt Stafford. He's not better than Jared Goff. Who's he better than? Tell me.
What
And
didn't you say?
maybe Brock.
Didn't you say that? Didn't you say that?
You want me to put Justin Fields in there too, or what?
Well, you said you went.
That's what
through,
you're telling me
went
right
through, you went through the games schedule or whatever. So why wasn't
Who did Tampa play?
in there? I mean, they put
Easiest
some good
division in the
teams.
league. Who else did he play?
Yeah, but you're not even looking at the defense side of the ball though. You're looking at the whole team itself.
I'm talking about QBs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Jose, don't get me wrong. I mean, is Atlanta a good defense, right?
I have him top 12. Yeah, top 10.
Okay.
That's a good
Yeah,
defense.
you see.
Atlanta's,
Yeah, that's a.
but their
that's a
offense
pretty
was
good
booty
defense.
cheeks. Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, you want to go with
Honorable mention. I'll put him maybe 13, probably 13, 12, I think. I'll put him up there. Baker.
Baker at 12 or 13?
Yeah. I think 12 or 13 is fine.
don't think he had a-
now I want to know who's 11 and 12.
Huh?
Now I want to know who's 11 and 12.
Jordan Love?
Hey,
yeah, who's ahead of him?
let me think.
I'm
Now,
I'll
let me
put-
think.
I'll-
Like, what the
I'll put
fuck?
Baker.
Like, what?
I'll
Huh?
put Baker ahead of Jordan Love. I will do that.
I'll put Derek Carr in front of Baker Mayfield.
What?
What?
Come
Derek
on,
Carr
man.
didn't have a bad
Jose,
year. I mean, he
He didn't have a bad year. That's an argument.
didn't.
Jose,
They didn't have an
Yeah,
argument.
yeah.
Better
I
than
mean-
Russ.
I mean, in the Russ bet, he did come out on top. Than Russ.
I'm just saying. Like, let's be for real. I mean, you can even throw a guy in there like,
I think we can all agree that this is a weird year for quarterbacks, right? Because we have
It is. It really
we
is.
have no
It was a hard
Burrow,
list.
we have no Jalen Hurts up there, we have no Herbert. We have a weird year of like where some bottom feeding QBs probably rose up on
Joe
top.
Flacco.
Talking to you, Tua.
Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, I don't even know if Aaron Rodgers will be a top 10 next year.
Yeah, but I'm saying he was hurt all year.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I think we just haven't seen him play. And it depends on their good.
One more, Marco. your boy Nick Wright loves the Prince. What
I
made
love
him
him
not
too.
top 10? What
Nah,
made him
man,
not
you
top
just
10?
I think the last six
Who
or
the hell
seven
is
games,
Prince?
dude. I feel like he was on the injury report like
Trevor
every
Lawrence.
week.
Dude, they started out
What-
8-8. They started out 8-3 and went one
And then-
for like
Yeah.
5. Like,
Bro,
Dude, he just got injured back to back, dude. I think it was a hard.
I'm not debating him to be honest. I just was one to say that he wasn't a top 10 to me. Even in the middle of the year, like I said, when they played against KC, I seen that he was missing a lot of balls. They could have beat him if he would have hit his guys, but to me he was saving the ball too much, and at that time he wasn't hurt.
Well,
That was the
if
beginning of
there
the
was a highlight, Alex, of where Calvin really became Mr.
Oh, yeah,
Ball Fingers. Like,
Yeah,
like
that too.
if he actually caught those balls because they were on the money, that the results are so much different. Like, Calvin really was the biggest disappointment as far as wide receivers, in my opinion, this year, because he could have elevated the
I thought he was
Jacksonville
gonna come
Jaguars.
out.
I think the offensive line has a lot of issues too that they need to take care of in the offseason because there's no reason why he should be getting hit that much. You know,
Well, Jacksonville's
But
owned by
like
the
that's
Con
his
family.
rookie year. It
What?
feel like that's his rookie year.
that's what I'm saying. Is I think he could have like what was it 2 years ago? Was it last year or 2 years ago?
Last year he made the playoffs. 2 years ago, he had.
Did we kick them out in the playoff? I think we kicked them out in the
Last year.
wild card.
Last year.
Wild card to divisional. Can't remember.
Last year.
With divisional.
Yeah, because that's the game that Patrick
They beat
injured his ankle.
Starters and then they turned off.
high ankle sprain.
But the problem with Trevor Lawrence is that just like Jalen Hurts, he's gonna have a fourth offensive coordinator in 4 years. Like, what do we?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like
It's hard.
we'll see how it goes.
Gino
Baker went through that in Cleveland.
Dude, he had 4 head coaches. He had 4 teams,
Yeah.
5 head coaches, 6,
Yeah.
7 head coaches.
No, and shout out to his story, right? Like he's always been under my. I mean, I don't like him because he's an OU guy. I don't really fuck with him. I know everything he did in college. I just had a bad taste in my mouth. But
Bro, he
talks a lot of shit, bro. He was at Tech first, and what happened? He wasn't good enough. Sent his ass to OU.
No, they
That's what
ran
happened.
him out.
They ran him out because Patrick was better. He wasn't gonna play. Like there was no reason. Like good thing you got out. Like fucking get out of here. But OU, he didn't do shit over there anyways. But yeah.
Sure,
So
he did it.
Yeah, I root for Baker just because to go
I like
through
the
all
story,
those
though.
teams. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Go through all those teams and do what he did.
Because you don't like Tom Brady, that's why.
No, man.
Yeah, you're a Tom Brady hater, Jeff. I don't know what's wrong with you.
For real,
So,
Tom Brady here.
This is the biggest indictment of Tom Brady that I don't think he can overcome.
Here you go.
Y'all
Here
ready?
you go. Go. Say it.
He lost to Dak Prescott in the playoffs.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Hey, what's that? I don't know,
Oh
bro.
shit.
You
Jose-
mean-
and
The
then-
only two
and
quarterbacks to lose
Wait,
to
wait,
Dak.
wait. So,
Yeah.
Russell Wilson and
So-
Tom Brady.
so it took 23 years of him playing. It took him going through a divorce. It took him his O-line being the worst O-line in the league
Just
for
one
the,
shot
for the
at him.
biggest indictment of his career to happen. Okay,
But
Jeff.
one shot at him.
Okay.
He should have listened to
One shot.
Giselle and retired
I agree.
and saved his
I
marriage
agree. I agree.
and not lost to Dak Prescott. And you can't rub that off. That's always gonna be there.
You're right, Jeff. That's the only thing we can agree with because other than that, he would have never lost to the Cowboys. He could have retired
Yeah.
and never had lost to the Cowboys.
He should have
ever
sat
in
out
his
that
career.
game. He should have said he was
Just
injured.
sat
or
out the
something.
game. Shut up. He's so stupid. But I like how that's his biggest indictment.
Damn,
Okay.
that's the Cowboys' greatest accomplishment in like fucking 30 years.
That's
Like
worth
Tom
7
Brady in the
Super Bowls,
playoffs.
right, Jeff? That's worth 7 Super Bowls.
Do y'all remember how
you should
like,
pay
proud
Dak the
they
max
were of
then.
Dak? Do y'all remember how proud they were of beating that horrible Tampa Bay team? They had they were 8-9 right that year. I mean,
They had a parade.
Holy fuck!
The Cowboys had a parade there in Arlington when
They
they
were
beat
so
them.
they were so happy they beat
thought
the
they won the Super Bowl.
back-to-back NFC South champion.
Hey, do you know that the
Chill out,
speaking
chill
of
out.
AT&T Stadium, Arlington, you know they're hosting the World Cup final in
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah,
That's fucking crazy,
yeah.
bro. I live like 15 minutes
Jerry's
from
about to
there,
make some money.
Imagine the price.
Jerry's gonna make some.
bro.
fucking
I'm gonna
money.
rent out. I'm gonna rent out my house, bro. I'm gonna rent it out.
Hell
Fuck,
yeah.
whoever come, hey, y'all can Airbnb, bitches.
Imagine
Give me all that money.
How
All
packed
money.
Dallas is gonna be.
Let's go watch.
All right,
Huh?
Let's go watch it.
Let's go.
cool.
Better
I'm
sell your
already
house.
Marco, I was gonna ask have you been home in the last month since everything happened?
No, I've been home. I still haven't left my house. Well, I left my house for a little bit ago, like to store stuff.
No,
but
no,
I
like,
haven't
and
been-
like, have you been back in,
Nah.
over there? Okay, you
my
haven't been
truck's
back
over there, my apartment, and everything.
Okay, but it's still there. Like, I hope it's everything safe. Like that's why I was gonna text you personally, but I guess I had you here. I was like, I was just gonna ask you.
Yeah, no, I don't got shit. Yeah, no, it's
Okay,
But we're back
Um,
next week. Next week I'll be back.
that's good, man. All right, guys. So I had a game. I was gonna do blind rankings, but then while we were talking, I changed my fucking mind. So
you should have done it.
nah. We missed blind rankings. It's been fun. Hold on. Okay, well maybe I could give you an edition of it later, bro. Instead, wanted to do would you rather. Oh, let me do it again because I don't know what the fuck that was. Would you rather Stephon Diggs edition? Because
I like the other game better, but okay.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah.
Well, we need to do, we can do that game. So we can take out the draft because that's gonna take longer. So we can take out the draft because I know Trey wants to go meet me soon.
Trey was asleep
Why
last
are
hour.
we called out?
Because
You're
you're the one that
sleeping.
you after like an hour 30, you get the most quietest.
Bro,
Yeah, you-
You get sleepy.
a little bit. But I'm also kind of, a little bit.
Every week.
Oh no,
Yeah.
He's a little medicated.
oh, man.
All right. So would you rather Stephon Diggs edition? First up, Puka Nakua. Trey, go in order. Trey.
Puka.
Oh, okay. Jeff?
So what? We're just picking. Who we
Like
pick?
moving forward, going into next season and forward, who would you rather have?
Oh yeah, Puka for sure.
James,
Diggs.
Alex,
Yeah, I'll also take Diggs.
Marco,
Yeah.
Puka.
DeAndre Hopkins. Trey,
Easy.
I'm going D-Hop.
Jeff,
I think Diggs on that one.
James,
Uh,
Alex.
Man doesn't drop the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go D-Hop. D-Hop with the Titans look fucking good. Even
D-Hop-
though he didn't get a lot of
On anybody's team, D-Hop.
Yeah.
Anybody, bro. The man has
D-Hop
no
against
quarterback
anybody.
on the team.
D-Hop.
Okay.
He has not
Boy.
one stable quarterback and still puts up remarkable numbers. I
Yes.
think any day. He's like the new Larry Fitzgerald.
Would have came with us, he'd be winning a ring.
If he'd have stuck with the Texans and they had CJ and
Fuck.
Oh, dude. He might go back. Hey,
bro,
CJ on a rookie deal.
Yeah,
He might go back.
What you call it?
that'd be
Hops on the
scary,
Jeep.
bro. Hops back on him with
Or the
CJ.
Chiefs.
With the Chiefs. Ooh.
That would have been crazy.
Okay. He
That'd
wants
be
everything.
nasty.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens this offseason. Maybe Marco finally gets a new wide
I
receiver.
think he's on a 2-year deal, though. But anyways.
It's one more year left. Yeah. Okay. Mike Evans.
Mike,
Trey?
Oh, Mike Evans. It's
Mike
fucking
Evans.
easy.
Wait. Hold on. I need a clear answer because this gets interrupted and my editing fucking sucks. Trey,
Okay.
again.
Mike Evans.
Jeff,
I'll go with Mike Evans.
James,
Mr. 1K.
Alex,
Fucking layup. I'll go Mike Evans.
Marco,
Mike Evans all day.
Zay Flowers.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Those a little tricky.
Hold on. Go ahead. Again, Trey.
Zay.
Jeff,
Yeah, Mr. Flowers.
James,
Diggs.
Alex.
I'm also gonna take Diggs, even though I fucking gave him his flowers earlier. But I'm gonna go Diggs.
I gave
Marco?
flowers to flowers.
Yeah, I'll take him right back. Nah, just kidding.
Marco,
Diggs.
CD Lamb.
See, bro.
Jeff,
Oh yeah, CD.
You fucking-
James.
He goes.
Just give me an answer, James.
Fuck, bro. Why you playing with my heart? All right.
Put that in there.
I gotta go Diggs, man.
Man, he is mad at the Cowboys. He is mad.
Damn, you're salty.
No, it's not about Matt.
Heartbroken.
I'll explain after.
He wants Diggs to get traded to the Cowboys. That's what it is. He's
I
trying to
think
make it
Diggs is gonna go to KC.
because he can't beat him. He's gonna be KD. He can't beat him, so join him.
Can't beat him, you won't join him.
Do it.
Alex.
I think Lamb has like I don't know, went to school on his route running, and I think he's up there with the route running with Diggs. So I'm gonna pick Lamb. He's a bigger receiver. He could get vertical, and his route tree is starting to get up there.
Marco.
CDs.
Okay.
What about you, Jose? On that one, I want to hear that one.
Lamb for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
He's younger, he's faster, he's healthier. He actually still plays well, like no offense to Diggs, but he hasn't shown up for the last 3 months. All right, Trey. DJ Moore.
Sheesh, that one's hard.
That one's tough.
That one's tough.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to go DJ Moore. I actually like him a lot more.
Yeah, I think more. Yeah.
All right. James.
Diggs.
Alex.
This is my guy, but I don't know, man. This is hard.
Hey, imagine
You ready
Stephon
to-
Diggs in Chicago.
No, I just said DJ Moore wasn't used properly this year. He was more of a yak guy
Yeah.
of the year.
But he was explosive though. Shit.
He was explosive.
He showed.
I'm around my guy.
No, Junior.
Wait, hold on.
I'm DJ Moore.
Marco.
Diggs.
Moore.
Diggs. Okay. All right. This one's probably a little simpler. Cooper Kupp, Trey.
That's actually probably one of the hardest ones.
Let me say it again. Cooper Kupp.
No, I understand that, but
No, for the video. It was for the video. It wasn't. It wasn't.
I was getting defensive, bro. I was like,
It's because I said Cooper Kupp, Trey, like real fast, so it's gonna hurt my editing. So Cooper Kupp.
all right, go again.
Trey. Cooper Kupp.
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna go. That one's tough. I'm gonna have to go Cup. I know he's injured, but Diggs is crazy. You know.
Yeah, Coop was a little injured, but yeah, I think he'll come back. Cup.
James.
I'm taking Cup.
Alex.
I am taking Diggs.
Damn.
Marco.
I don't know what Coop.
Cooper Cup.
I don't know if
Okay.
Coop will come back, man.
Okay. Trey. Devontae Adams.
Damn.
I shouldn't be this hard.
I think I think I'm still having to stick Adams. It's just it sucks because he hadn't had a decent quarterback in a while. Kind of sucks to see, but I'm going Adams.
Yeah, Devontae.
James.
Hell no. Hell
Devontae.
no.
Say,
Devontae. It's not even close.
Okay, just repeat it one more time for me.
Devontae Adams.
Thank you, sir.
Devontae
Alex?
Bartholomew Adams.
I'm still I'm taking Adams.
Hold on, real quick, James. I hope if you ever have a son, you're gonna call him Bartholomew because my God,
That would be awesome.
If he acting like he ain't my loins, then I'm gonna call him that.
James, first off, that motherfucker gonna come out with a fucking optical fucking top hat and all that shit. Bartholomew Wolford? Oh my God.
good evening, sir. How are we doing?
Come out the Declaration of Independence on one hand.
Bartholomew Wolford.
Hey, chill, bro. Chill. Bro.
Cheerio, motherfucker.
That is so awesome.
All right, Marco.
Devontae.
All right, got two more. DK Metcalf.
Ooh. Honestly, I'm going DK.
Yeah, DK.
I'm taking Diggs.
Alex.
I think DJ Moore and DK are similar with like being like a heavier style receiver and they're able to break fucking tackles and shit. So I'm gonna go DK also.
Marco.
Even though DJ's a little shorter, but they break tackles a lot.
Yep. Marco.
DK.
All right. Last one. Tank Dell.
Oh, you bitch.
Damn, Trey, you moist.
No,
boy.
bro. Like Tank Dell is going off, bro. I'm going Tank Dell just because of his future.
Yeah, it's a tougher one, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Tank.
Diggs.
Alex.
I'm also gonna go Diggs.
Easy, bro.
I think Dell reminds me more like his first year, like Jay Jettas, where he's able to go vertical a lot. Tank Dell still needs to get the route tree. Still, he's still young. Like I said, young receivers are gonna develop that later on in their career. Yeah, they're gonna develop it. The good ones will.
Marco.
Diggs.
All right. That was it. That's all I got for Would You Rather. That was fun. See, y'all made it sound like it wouldn't be fun and shit.
I don't know. Y'all were thinking too
But
much on the
just-
Devontae one.
But no,
Yeah,
just
too
to
hard.
for my point, improving Diggs over a lot of those rookie players is because like Diggs has shown consistency, man. Like he's progressed to get better in his route running, his hands. He's a deep threat. He's not afraid to go
Not
across
last
the
game.
middle. A lot of the rookies, like they balled out this year. We've seen like undeniably like Puka broke records. Tank Dell on his way to doing his thing before he got hurt. Like, but you have to see consistency, man. Like, and just with Lamb, like this was Lamb's breakout year. Like, he's been good coming into the league, but I want to see him do it every year. Like, I want to see him like progress into that top tier player that he is right now. So that was just my reason behind it. No disrespect to like none of those like good receivers.
All right. I like it. All right, guys. Next one. We're going to discuss conference championship predictions. It's time, fellas. Here we go. It's the last two matchups before we head off into the Super Bowl. Big time here. I know we're fucking excited. So let's see who's first on Sunday. That will be
Saturday.
No, Sunday.
Niners.
Sunday.
Niners,
My
Lions.
bad, yeah.
So the first game this weekend will be Chiefs at Ravens.
Oh, they're first? I thought they were Sunday.
They're both Sunday.
Both Sunday. I think the Chiefs. They have the early game, right?
Yeah, they're the 2:00 game. So Chiefs
Man,
at Ravens.
nobody want to see that game early.
Bro, that should have been switched.
What are you doing?
It's because of the time
Eastern
zones
time.
where they are at. They're
Man, I
East.
don't give a damn
We're
how
playing
they
at
do
MHT.
that.
It's not about what you want, James. It's about what the networks want.
Bro,
They're the ones paying the millions and millions of dollars.
America, stay y'all old ass up.
Man, I did like that schedule this past weekend, that 5:30 game in the round
Yeah,
nine.
me too.
Like,
I
So
like the
that's
5:30
this
game.
weekend too. It's 2:00 and 5:30. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, no,
Gorgeous.
because it finished around 9 the game.
Oh,
Actually, took a
yeah.
little.
7:30 game. I don't want
Super Bowl take notes.
Especially if the game's boring, you're already falling asleep towards the end. You're like,
With the NFL, they gave CBS the main event last week. This week they're gonna give it to Fox because CBS is hosting Super Bowl. So I think that's why they did it this way too.
Yeah, but aren't they in the Super Bowl earlier than it used to be too, or no?
It's 5:30. It's 5:30.
But that game takes forever.
CBS
It's still
too.
at
It's like
10.
a 1 hour
Commercials,
halftime.
Yeah.
It does.
Star Spangled Banner, goddamn.
It ends at 10:30.
Bro, only got
No, it's
fucking
gonna be longer than when we did the live
halftime
draft.
performance.
Like imagine that the Super Bowl is gonna be longer than we did the live draft.
That's
That was a
real.
long time. bro.
Usher's the performer for the halftime show.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I bet you they have a bet, right? If Kansas City wins, Taylor Swift has to do it next year.
Fucking hell.
They want that.
That's what they
that shit.
want.
Yeah, they've been
Taylor
wanting her
Swift
to
for
do it.
free.
Oh,
Yeah.
NFL wants Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce kissing under confetti. That's
Bro, y'all stop hating, bro. Leave Taylor alone. She don't do shit, bro. Leave her
Fuck
alone.
that.
Exactly. If
girl.
you don't do shit.
She don't do anything to anybody. Jason Kelsey does more shit. He's awesome. I saw Jason Kelsey.
I was like, no, I saw Taylor Swift.
Yeah, you did.
Nah, I still felt that cringe
It
when
looked
they were
good.
doing this fucking shit. Whatever the fuck they
Oh
were
my
doing last
god.
week. I still
What,
got
swag
cringe for that
surfing?
shit.
Y'all
Yeah.
just mad because you can't. Nah, fuck that. They look stupid, but
Yeah,
yeah.
don't look
yeah.
that shit. You dumbass. Don't you dare. That's not one. Those are not the things. That's not the stand on business. Don't stand on business for that.
You saw Pat Senior just look at him like, what the fuck?
What the fuck's wrong with
Bro,
y'all?
he was
Yeah.
done, bro.
Yeah.
He hit that cigar like.
Because Brittany's extra,
Yeah.
bro. But
All right. So once again, Chiefs
Moving
at Ravens. Ravens are 4-point favorites. Trey, who do you got?
I'm going Baltimore.
Jeff.
So I almost switched my pick. I don't want to doubt Patty again, but I think the Ravens defense is going to be able to shut down KC like the way I think a defense can shut them down because they don't have the receivers to back them up, right? So I think I'm just going to stick with my original pick, Baltimore.
James?
I'm going with Lamar, Barack, Jackson.
Alex?
That's my pick, dog. That's how I'm riding with him.
I'm going with Action, Jackson, Lamar, Jackson. I think the defense is gonna fucking go crazy. I really do.
Marco?
I'm taking the Chiefs. I think
I
think defensively, I think it's gonna be a closer game than people think.
Oh yeah,
and this is gonna be the first time Lamar's under the big lights for real. And we've been there 6 times. I'm taking experience. I'm taking our defense to be able to do well, do enough, and then let Mahomes take care of the ball and do what he does. So
Trey,
close game, but
are you gonna say the same thing I was gonna say, Trey?
No, I have breaking news whenever you're done. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Trey.
Oh, Doc Rivers is the new Bucs coach.
that's not surprising.
Yep.
He's
Crazy though.
But okay.
Mark
Jackson would have been better.
Yeah, I wish I would have heard that name, but they were already, and it's sad too, because as soon as they fired Griffin, they were already on the phone talking to Doc Rivers. Like they were already said it was already happening.
But you know what?
I feel like they already knew.
Good shit, man. You move off Adrian Griffin. He's not ready to be a championship-winning head coach yet. He needs to, coach a shitty team and work on that kind of shit. This team was way too advanced for him, respectfully. Like he wasn't utilizing Dame and fucking Giannis the right way. So
yeah.
All right, so for my pick, I'm gonna keep it 100. My preseason pick to win the Super Bowl was the Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna stand on it and pick them to win this game. It should be a good matchup, but I'm gonna be honest.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna be honest. They win by more than a touchdown.
Whoa, you said they
more than a touchdown?
Yep. They
You're on fucking drugs.
Damn.
I
respect it.
I really think this is going to be closer than we think, and I think it's going to be very low scoring.
While I agree that this is going to be a tough task for Lamar with the Chiefs defense, right? Because that secondary, and Chris Jones is scary.
Yeah.
I think this is also the toughest defense Patrick Mahomes has seen.
Yeah.
Arguably, right? Ever.
I don't know, man. That Bill Belichick defense is different. I don't know.
But they're not as intimidating, right? Because with the Bill Belichick defense, what it does is really bends, right? But you could still score a lot on them. Yeah, you can still score on them like that. Like yes. Marco, if you recall the 2018 season, our teams battled out twice, but the difference is that we could get a lead, but we let you back in, and we'd only beat you by like 3 or 4 points.
And one thing too, Marco, is those Bill Belichick defenses, not to take anything away from that defense, they don't have a big name guy like a Roquan.
We didn't have any edge rushers. We have no edge rushers. You
don't pressure Mahomes anyways. We know what happens when you pressure Mahomes. They ain't pressure us like that like crazy. They'll be stupid if they do.
No,
they don't even blitz. Works. They don't need a blitz. They don't need to blitz 5 guys.
You don't think
our offensive line is really good. Our offensive line is really good.
But you don't think that front seven can get to y'all with the DBs that they have?
I think they can. I think but I think
your right tackle sus as fuck.
Who, Tooney?
Taylor. No,
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
I know Tooney.
No, he's gonna play. He's gonna play. He's gonna play.
I know. I love Tooney. I'm not worried about him. It's Taylor.
Taylor. Yeah.
He's the one that can't. He's the reason he caused so many false starts is because that motherfucker's jittery.
We played a clean game last game. You know,
this is what I'm saying.
Our offensive line are gonna be good.
To shuffle around to send pressure to you guys though. Like
they're able to disguise.
They can send because they
have players for it.
They got Uwe on the outside, and Bach, whatever his name is on the other side. You still got
Clowney is like the 5th guy.
You got Pierce. They got Roquan. You got Patrick Queen, and then they do have.
This isn't the Houston's offensive line. That's all I gotta say. It's not Houston's offensive line.
Houston's offensive line is really good.
I'm not saying they're not gonna get the. Y'all act like I'm saying, they ain't gonna fucking touch him. They're gonna touch him, but the best pocket presence in the league, who has it? Patrick. It's gonna be a good game. I think 7 points is crazy. I think
Yeah,
4 points is right around. Like I think they're gonna give 3 points to home. They're gonna give 3 points to home favorite. Anyways, I think 4 points is good,
and that's why I gladly take the over.
24. I think.
Oh, that's crazy.
Scores more than 24 points.
That's disrespectful.
It's not. It's not.
7 points is disrespectful.
No, it's not. It's not because here's the thing. I was mentioning earlier.
What has Lamar proven yet? He has to win a big game.
What the?
And you know what though?
That's
You know what though?
crazy.
Hold up. What is it crazy about that, Alex? What is crazy about that?
Because
And you want a big game?
Because look, this is we're going right back to the statement about quarterbacks not proving that they can win a game with throwing 100 yards. Like bro, like you're
Wait,
gonna,
who's saying
you're
about the way he plays? That's the truth. He's 2-3 in the playoffs.
hold on.
That's
real
the
quick.
truth.
Hold on. Here's the difference between you want to go big game Lamar or big game Josh, because I think that's what you're kind of going with too as part of it. Big game Lamar is going to be a 2-time MVP. Big game Lamar has taken his team to get first seed, first round buys more times than Josh has. I actually think Josh never done it, to be fair. So he can go out there and do the pressure, but it's not going to fall all on Lamar. It's going to fall on the defense. It's going to fall on Todd Monken and that play scheme that will come out. And that's what I'm going to bet on with Lamar and this team. Did any of us think, as good as with the Ravens have been, that they were going to put the whooping that they put on the Texans? No one did, because everyone thought the way the Texans have been playing, CJ Stroud had done his rookie year, that they were going to ball out and do good business. What they do? They got shut the fuck down. The Ravens didn't even let CJ put up any points. 3 points from the offense. That's about it. The rest was like how I think Jeff said it, punt return only. So they came in standing on business. Lamar got into the locker room at halftime, motivated his team and said, fucking put your fucking toes on the ground and fucking win this game. And that's what they did the second half. 3 touchdowns in the second half. And it was like 3 touchdowns and like 2 field goals, or whatever shit like that. It was 3 touchdowns. It was like 24 points. But they stood on business. And I'm not saying that's what's going to happen in the second half with the Chiefs and Ravens. What I'm saying is that they are more prepared than what I believe Josh Allen and the Bills are. Because we could have said the same thing with Joe Burrow the first time he played the Kansas City Chiefs, right? He's like, what has he ever done? Nothing, because it was only his second year in the league, first year in the playoffs.
He was a dog. And he was a dog.
Right. And so we can't just underestimate in saying, well, what has they done? Well, if we're about to find out what they could do.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. We're gonna find out. Like, I'm not a hater of Lamar at all, dude. I think he's amazing. And if they beat us, kudos to the team, and I'll be cheering for them in the Super Bowl. Straight up. They beat us. But
you did also have them winning the Pick'em championship.
I was on accident, actually. That was an accident. I just couldn't change it anymore. But it's all right. We'll leave it there.
All right.
That's cool. If we win money, shit.
Main event matchup. Main event matchup. Lions at Niners. Niners are 7-point favorites. Trey, who do you got? You muted.
I was trying to say, like, they're how much favorites?
7-point favorites.
Holy shit.
The Niners.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think it'd be that high, honestly.
That's high.
I'm going 49ers, but I honestly wouldn't be upset if the Lions took it.
Jeff?
Yeah, I want to pick Detroit, but I think I'm going to go with San Francisco.
James?
I think the Lions get it done, man. I would love for the 49ers, on paper they look good, but I'm riding this golden horse that they on. Shit, they got the momentum, they got the edge, they got the grit, they're healthy. So no excuses for the Niners. They still got to go out there and play. They got that white unicorn, Swiss Army knife in McCaffrey. Undeniable, but I just feel like the way this team, well, not even the defense, I'm gonna say the team in a whole is playing in all 3 phases. I give it to them. I give it to the Lions.
Alex?
Yeah, man, this is kind of hard. I love Fred Warner. He plays great football now, but I'm also gonna pick Lions, man. It's yeah. It's you know what hurt the 49ers honestly last week was that bye week because they look rusty at the beginning of the game. If they come out like that, they're not gonna be able to beat this Detroit team because that team is high flying. I think the one guy that's gonna be a key factor is Williams on the outside. Out of Alabama, he's coming to his own. Of course, the other guys like David Montgomery and Gibbs, the big guys that but I think Williams
Sam
gonna be one
Laporta.
that
All of them,
yeah,
Yeah.
those big names, but like one guy that you probably won't really scout as much is probably Williams, but I'm sure they will because he's the one that has the burners on that offense. So
They better
we'll see.
keep somebody in
I'll
front
pick
of them.
Detroit.
That's all I know.
Yeah, they
That
have
four,
to.
Nah.
that 4.240 speed, Jared Goff getting up top and line that thing up, boy. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. You see what he did to Jamel Dean ass? He left him behind. Sure.
Yeah. And then Jamel Dean, it's just crazy. He didn't have a whole passing friends this whole season, and they pretty much had their way, right?
Yep. And he's the fastest one they got on the team. He's probably the one that can't keep up with him. Speed kills, man. Speed kills.
Marco?
I'm going to take the 49ers. I think the offensive line for Detroit is really impressive. I think this is going to be a closer game than 7 points. I take the under on this for sure. I have them covering, but I think it's going to be down to 49ers defense. It's going to make some stops. Nick Bosa is going to have a big game. I think he's going to be able to get some pressure on Jared Goff. Jared Goff doesn't do good against a lot of pressure. So, he's going to make some mistakes. I think turnovers are going to be huge in this game. I think turnovers are going to decide the game for sure. So I take the 49ers on this one.
Two of the best O-lines in the league right now, I would argue, with Trent Williams on one side and obviously that Detroit. Damn, it's really going to come into that pressure. What you say, Alex?
No, that Detroit has a wall, and I've been saying it since the beginning of the playoffs started. Whenever you guys said that who's going to be able to stop Aaron Donald and this and that? Who's going to stop that Rams defense? Oh, I'm telling you that wall is fucking crazy for Detroit.
I think that both these teams are praying that Kansas City wins in some way because they both got spanked by the Ravens in the regular season. It's just an extra bonus to throw out
I
there.
don't think they want to play either team, to be honest, at this point.
Yeah, but I think they less likely want to see the team that beat their ass this year already.
Haven't the Chiefs and the Niners met in the bowl?
That was with Jimmy G though. That was like
Jimmy
4
G,
years
they
ago.
beat them.
Yeah.
And that was like with Emmanuel Sanders as their best receiver. So like that's a different it's a completely different, bro. Brandon Ayuk and Debo.
Crazy defense though.
Yeah, so fuck, man. Maybe Lions win and they go to the Super Bowl, but the only way to do that is if I go against them. So I'm gonna pick the Niners. The script stays alive. That logo, that Super Bowl logo, purple and red, is gonna be for Ravens and Niners. So we'll stick with that. All right. Since y'all wanted blind rankings, y'all want some fucking blind rankings? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds so excited after like 30 minutes ago when y'all were protesting. Would you rather? All right. And that's the last thing we'll do before we close it out. Because I know Trey really wants to go beat me. That's right, Trey. It's you. All right. Blind ranking. Eastern Conference #1 player. NBA edition. Yep.
Eastern Conference?
That's right, because this is Jeff's favorite conference. So we're instead of 1 through 5, we're actually gonna do 1 through 10.
Damn.
Dude, that was hard.
That's hard.
Exactly.
I ain't good at this. I'm dipping. I'll see y'all later. Y'all can do this one.
Wait, what's that?
Huh? Marco, Alex, did you hear me?
Oh yeah, I was just looking at this Baker
Roger.
Mayfield stat since people didn't think that he was good this year. But yeah, it just came up. I was like, what the fuck? That was weird.
It's
Yeah,
going
bro.
AI.
Maybe they're telling you that he's top 15, not top 10.
Oh my god, you made him lower. You went from 13 to 15. Damn. All right. Maybe I should keep notes on this. I don't know if y'all want to keep notes, but okay.
I don't even have anything to.
Right on. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna get lost.
You get lost. You get lost. It's okay. First up, LaMelo Ball.
I like LaMelo Ball.
I'm gonna go. Oh,
So do
no,
I.
it's my turn. Hold on.
Well,
Go in
okay,
order.
we're gonna go in order. So Trey, where would you have LaMelo ranked?
I'm gonna go 4.
4. Okay.
4.
Yeah, I'll go 5.
4.
Okay, so say it again, Jeff.
5. Put him
Okay.
right in the middle.
I'll try to keep track for everybody. James.
Let me go 7.
Remember, once you say you can't change it. So
Yeah.
All
I'm go
right.
7.
Alex.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go 7 for Melo. I think I would love to see him pass the ball a little bit more. He is a scorer though. He shows that.
Marco.
6.
All right, go. Next name up, Trey Young. Trey.
Man, I don't want to put him at the bottom. He's actually been playing decently nice.
Put that nigga where he belongs.
I'm gonna put him at 9.
At 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want to put him at the very bottom, but
Okay. So say it again.
I'm gonna put him at 9.
Okay. Jeff.
I'll put him at 7.
James.
8.
You said where he belongs, and you put him 1 under LaMelo.
Yeah.
Alex.
I think he's better than LaMelo. I think he can shoot, pass. He's just not as big, right, as LaMelo. But I'll put him at 6.
Marco.
5.
Okay. Next name up, Paolo Banchero.
Ooh.
Trey.
I'm gonna go 3 for Banchero.
Damn, that high.
Jeff.
You got me second guessing myself. I'll put him right there at number 6.
James.
He put him at 5.
5. Okay. Alex.
Ooh, I actually like it, but I'm gonna put him at 8.
Yo. Okay. Marco.
4.
All right. I like how Marco's keeping everything in the middle. He's like, I'm just gonna be safe.
Yeah, I'll go 5 today.
Okay. Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, that's a good one.
Trey.
I'm gonna go. I'm
You
gonna
got 4. Say again.
2.
Jeff.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put him. Man, should I give myself a little wiggle room? I'll put him at 4 or 3. I'll put him at 3.
James.
I'm putting him at 4.
Okay. Alex.
I'm gonna put him at 5.
All right. Marco.
3.
Okay. All right. Next name up, Jalen Brunson.
That's a dude from the Knicks, right?
I'm gonna go.
I'm going
6. I'm gonna go 6.
Okay. Jeff.
What do I got available? 8.
You have 3, 5, 6, and 7 gone.
Yeah, I'll put him at. Should I give him room? Give me 9.
James.
What do I have available? Is my 8 available?
Your 4, 5, 7, and 8 are gone.
4, 5, 7, 8. Not gonna lie, you balling. Give me 6. I'll put him at 6.
Alex.
I'll put him at 4. Brunson.
Marco.
8.
8. Okay.
I like how James has already done his middle. Now you have the 2 hardest to do.
Mhm.
That's kind of like what Marco was too. He had 3, 4, and 5, 6 gone right away.
Wow.
That's rough.
All right. Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put him at 1. That's all I got. I can't put him lower than that. Bro, he's been balling.
Yeah. I'll put him. I guess I'll put him as. Oh man. I'll put him as number 2.
James.
Shit, put him at 9.
For real?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, I would have put him
I didn't
at
hear
6, but I just.
Hey, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
I said put him at 9.
Oh,
Who?
God.
He's not going.
Tyree. Halliburton.
I mean, he's nice, but I mean, like,
Halliburton.
bro, like, it's so many, like, bro.
Nice, bro. He's been killing it.
Yes, he has, but it's a save it for another debate.
You said Marco's gonna get cooked for his QB rankings. You're gonna get cooked for that.
I don't give a damn. Tell them niggas to
We're talking about this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put him at 3.
All right, Marco.
I put him at 2.
2. Okay. Give me a second for this because this is
Well, this
not
isn't
right.
too bad, honestly. No, I think. I mean, depending what's next.
Jimmy Butler.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna put him number 1.
He's number 1 in Miami.
Hold on. Trey's got to think about this. You all got to think about it.
I think what number. we have.
Okay,
And then 9, 10.
I just know he's a dude.
hold on. You have 5, 7, 8, and 10 available.
5, 8, 10. Let's go. Let's go 7.
All right,
Wow.
Jeff.
Yeah,
And
what do we got available?
All right, Jeff. You have 1, 4, 8, and 10.
I'll put him at 8.
James.
I know I got what? I got 1, 2, 3, and 10.
That's right.
Put him at 3.
Alex.
Why the fuck do I have 4 numbers and everybody has 3 numbers left?
You have 4 numbers. Everyone's had 4 numbers. You have 4 numbers. You have 1, 2, 9, and 10 left, fool.
What?
You're stupid.
Bro.
No, people say people. No, I said people have 3 and I have 4.
Well, they have
Oh, you
3
said they have
now.
4.
They have 3 now.
Oh, okay.
You-
He started off like 4 numbers.
Hey, go home. You're drunk,
He
Alex.
goes, I got 1, 3,
What
6,
you doing, fool?
Go ahead, Alex. You have 1, 2, 9, and 10. What do you got? Jimmy Buckets.
I like Jimmy Butler, but I don't know that we're going as team as a player.
The player.
That's a player.
Yeah, but like also players get a nod for their team success, right? I'm gonna go with Jimmy. I still trust Jimmy over all these players. I'm gonna put him at 2.
All right, Marco.
What do I have left?
1, 7, 9, and 10.
Damn it. And I feel like you're gonna say something stupid like Giannis or something. I'm gonna have to leave it. So
7.
fuck.
Big balls, you just say 1.
You fuck it. I'm gonna give a 7. Yeah, fuck it. Put him a 7. 7.
Next name up, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Trey.
5.
He didn't have a choice. I think that's the highest one he had.
I got 1 and 3 available, right?
No, 3's gone. You have 1, 4, and 10.
1, 4, and 10. Only 3 people left. Give me number 4.
Okay. James.
This is horrible. This is horrible.
1, 2, or 10.
That's easy. Come
Because I
on.
know who. No, it's not. Because I know who the last 2 players are. I know who the last two players are.
I can't wait to put Jason Tatum at 10.
That's what it's gonna come down to.
Can we not spoil things, please? I'm begging you.
I know.
I
That's what
already
it's gonna.
know it, bro.
Marco already did it with Giannis, and now
We just ate it. We just gonna eat it.
Oh fuck!
We just gonna eat it.
I just need James's answer.
Put him at two.
All right, Alex.
I didn't hear you. I don't know.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, I'll put him at 1. I just have 1 available.
Marco.
1. Damn, I got 9 and 10 available.
Hey, did you really say? Can we not ruin it?
You gonna say it?
Jason Tatum.
I don't know.
I was sitting here counting the players in my head. That's why I was just like, fuck.
Fuck, bro, that's just gonna look stupid as hell.
I should have put Brunson at 10. Good God.
So Trey.
I don't even know what I have left. I think I have 8 and 10 or 7 and 10.
8 and 10 is correct.
Yeah, it's great.
Putting Embiid at 10. Wow.
Give me that. It's a 10. Give it a 10.
I know Jose's gonna put for that part. I can't wait to see that.
Oh, this is stupid as hell.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, guys, I lied. We're not canceling the pod. We're gonna keep going.
Oh my God.
We're gonna go 3 hours tonight.
The one edit he did on mine was crazy. What?
All right, James, where do you got him?
Who, Tatum?
Yeah, 1 or 10.
Going 10, bro. Going 10.
Oh, Alex.
I'm gonna put him at 9.
Solid number 9. And Marco.
10.
10. All right, guys. The last one is the guy who put up 70 points on the Spurs last night.
Thank
And that's
God.
Embiid.
I didn't want to put Dame as number 1. Thank God.
I'm going 10 because that's all I have left.
Me
I
too.
saved numero uno for
Some bullshit.
Embiid.
He is the favorite to win MVP again right now. So
He deserves
Somebody put Dak Prescott right of NBA.
what?
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. I was like, that's what
Yeah.
Jose said.
I was like, what the fuck?
Joel Bartholomew Embiid, number 1.
Nice.
And Alex has Embiid at 10. James has him at 1. Trey has him at 10, and Marco has Embiid at 9.
It's just stupid.
And Jeff got him
like complete fools.
And Jeff got
You
him
know
at
what?
1.
You know what, Jose?
Yeah.
If Embiid could fucking play the Spurs for 82 games, he'd probably be number 1.
I hate it.
Or even plays the Spurs and Chicago.
Bro, I mean, respect to Embiid for 70. No one's talking about
That shit's
Wemby's
crazy.
31. I mean,
Wemby's gonna have
31?
nightmares about that. Wemby's gonna have nightmares about that for years.
Nah, he's still on minutes restriction though, bro. Like it's
Yeah.
like it was like that game was so one-sided because they were just giving the ball to Embiid. Embiid could have scored 100 if he played all 48 minutes.
Look, fucking,
should've.
there was a video right where Embiid walks past Wemby during warm-ups, and they're like, look at Joel Embiid,
He's like, God
be
damn.
so like,
Yeah.
right. They're like, damn, he's so like impressed by his like height and everything, and then somebody else put no, because this motherfucker knew he was about to put 100.
Mhm.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
Yeah, no, it's I mean, it's two different. You're looking at two different guys, though, man. Like, you got a stretch player, and then you got a player that actually plays back to the basket. And just so happens to be able to face up and move as quick as he can, which is kind of crazy. I just look at it like, you know what I'm saying? You're just taking your lumps, man. Like, all great players got to do it. Jordan put up 63 and got the shit beat out of him by the damn Celtics. Like, Kobe airballed 5 times in the playoffs versus the Utah Jazz. Like, LeBron got swept by the greatness of the Spurs. Every player has to take their lumps, bro. Like I just want everybody to keep them receipts for when Wemby turns the hell up and the Spurs turn this organization around and start adding.
What the hell? We're gonna keep the receipts on you when you didn't wanted us to pick
I didn't
him.
want him, but he's on the team. I didn't already say.
What are you talking about?
I said I was wrong though. I admitted.
Yeah, he did say he was.
Oh, you did. He did.
wrong.
Okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Shut up.
And go rent out your house for the damn soccer team and watch your team lose this weekend.
Shut up. Go watch some fucking Bartholomew movies or something.
Yeah. When Lamar hit the Wakanda dance on y'all ass.
Shit.
That's it. Now you don't come back. It's over. Kansas City's losing. It's official.
Done.
Wakanda. Bad, bro. That's racist.
Man, no, for real. Because I mean, like, you just look at what he's doing, man. He's not even playing a whole lot. Like, you can tell he's getting more and more comfortable. You can tell the players are hearing that shit from the legends and shit. Like, give him the ball because they've been talking about it. Everybody's been talking about it.
He's averaging like somewhere between like 26 and 28 on these minute restriction fucking games. So that's fucking crazy.
I had a feeling too, like during the preseason that they were gonna do that to him, where they weren't gonna play him. I think on the
no, he's hurt. He's hurt.
He rolled his ankle down.
Yeah, but like I think that was gonna be like their plan, right? To
he was playing about 34 minutes before the injury, and now he's been limited to like 24, 25. So and moving him from power forward to center has actually benefited him a lot more. Limiting Zach Collins' time with him is better, and taking Sohan off the point guard and finally starting Trey Jones is fucking.
Zach Collins
we still need a point guard, but whatever.
Drives me nuts.
I like Zach Collins. I don't know.
He plays well sometimes. It's just sometimes he just.
Yeah, but the team's been playing better. Everybody's been playing a little bit better. But yeah, I think it's the reason we're losing so much. I think it's a sign of respect, right? Like Embiid comes and gives his best game. I think you get that international. A lot of international people are watching these games, so that they're going to show out versus the Spurs just to get more, notice and everything. And everybody's been bringing it when they play us because it's like, oh, I'm playing Wemby, and it's been fun.
He's nationally televised, bro. They're making him like almost like the face of the
Yes, it's fucking drives me nuts.
Does everything?
Why does it drive you nuts? Why does it drive you nuts, Alex?
Because when he's on national TV, he's actually been putting out really good games. So I don't know why.
Because like Lakers, like I don't want to see the fucking Lakers. I want to see like teams that are actually like actually competing for the championship, right? Like they showed a lot of Spurs games. I mean, you guys might call me a hater, but I want to see like teams that are actually gonna play and like the Pacers. The Pacers don't get a lot, right? And no, the Bulls.
Well, they got small market team.
Well, that's the shit for Alex. Is remember going back to
what I'm saying. The Pacers small market team.
These networks don't want to see small market teams unless you got a big name, right? Like no one's watching the Bucs if you don't have Giannis. No one's watching Spurs if we don't have Wemby. Yeah. Like that's what these national televised games that are paying the big bucks. I mean, I know most of y'all don't give a fuck about it, but like Netflix paid $5 billion to get WWE.
Damn.
Just in one show a week. So
I like WWE.
So and freaking Peacock paid $110 million just to get that one fucking game on Peacock, the Chiefs and Dolphins. Yeah. So they're paying for what they want, and they don't want to see the Pacers if you don't got a star like Wemby or Giannis. They like those big names are huge. So if Halliburton can get there to that superstardom, if Shea can get there to superstardom, maybe they'll start showing them.
Yeah, you better get there.
Yeah, the fuck like Thunder. Like I want to see more of their games, and they're actually winning. Or the
Timberwolves. I think tomorrow Spurs and Thunder, because they have Shet versus Wemby. I'll be there again, by the way. They're going to be on ESPN tomorrow at 8:30. Nice. So late game. So woo.
Right. I guess I'm a hater, Marco, because I want to watch some.
Yeah, you are a hater.
Well, that's why it's called NBA League Pass, Alex. You want to see certain games? Go fucking pay for that shit. Watch them shit. Okay.
We're just Spurs fans, bro.
Yeah, we're Spurs fans. Just surrounded by Spurs fans. It's just
you're right.
It is what it is.
I get it.
But anyways, guys, long episode. I know Trey's exhausted from this. Trey, you're the sleepy one. You're ready to go. 2 hours. We could go 3, but I know some people don't want to. But we'll call it a night, guys. We'll call it a night. Thank you for watching. like, share, subscribe. All the good fun. Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram at Puro Pinche Sports. Follow us on X/Twitter at Pinche Sports Pod. For Trigger J Parker, for Jeff D. Lujan, Humble Hater James, the Professor Alex, and Meteorologist Marco, I'm Jose Garza. We are Puro Pinche Sports, and we are out. Thank God we don't have to talk about the Cowboys no more.